is different now. Took a while to figure out who I'm meant to be. Everything's changing now. I'm getting older, feeling down. Stuck floating in between. I'm moving on and I don't know where I'm gonna go. But let me tell you this, the one thing I now know. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be. In my heart I'm 22, but I know that's not the truth. So I'll just dream beneath the stars. Remember what we used to do, hand in hand, just me and you. Those days just seem so far away. 'Cause time's moved on and I don't know where I wanna go. But no more looking back, there's one thing I still know. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be.
And here we go. 10:08 in South Korea. Welcome, one and all. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Join the Discord if you haven't already.
To your life not long ago. Remember when I first made you smile? We were in love from the start.
First vote for Mass Effect, but who knows? The tide could change. We've had it change before in the past. Let us know. You have the power here. We love democracy, so if you're a viewer here and you want to decide what we want to do, then make it known. Put your voice in the chat, and that's what I'll do. Or there's a poll up for you, so you can do that. For now, we either have Skyrim, music, or Mass Effect to get into, so either way it's going to be great. There's a lot to talk about in the world as well. There's an update for Palestine and the situation there. There's a lot for you here. So, without any further ado, welcome, one and all, to the Everything GM broadcast with me. I hope that no matter where you are in the world, that you're having a wonderful day, and that you've stayed hydrated, and that you're being kind to yourself, because that is important. I know that a lot of people at the moment are going through something rough, so from what I've talked to, at least a few people that I know are going through something rough, so I really hope that you are okay, that you have a support system, and if you don't, if you need one, hello, I'm happy to be here. And I'm also happy to chat with you at all. If you want to talk about anything at all, we have a community for that, but also my DMs are always open for you to just come into and say hi, and we can have a chat about anything you want. Real open door policy, so yeah, come as you are. And with that, everyone is welcome here. I'm going to do a TikTok recap as usual. There's quite a lot to talk about. I've actually bookmarked quite a lot for you all today because there is a lot to say. I just want to update you on the situation. The situation in Palestine. Obviously, there's been a lot that's gone on in the last couple days. I really want you to know about it. We really need to keep our attention on this until we see an end to the shit that's going on there. So hopefully we will do that sooner rather than later. But for now, we're gonna update with, I think, 2 things that are going on right now. Was it 2 things? Yes, it was 2 things. But they're kind of related to each other, but I'll get into how a little bit later. For now, if there's anyone in the chat, please let me know how you're doing, whether you're having an okay day, what's going on today, how you're feeling, how your mental health state is, all that stuff. Let me know. And while you're letting me know, let's warm up with some... let's get some TikTok stuff going, shall we? Right. I think... When you feel... Okay, cool. A lot of stuff here. You didn't hear me because I was muted, but I was harmonizing in the chat, and I can't with the royalty-free music, and I cannot freaking wait to be able to sing in my own home. The sort of not being able to sing in your own home because you feel like it's too loud is like a really is a much more debilitating thing than I thought it would be. Okay. There is something heavy that you need to see for now, but we're not going to do it just yet. Right now I'm going to start with there's a this is something fun that I did with Hewan the other day. It was like a relationship check-in that we did. That was quite cool. It's basically like 5 questions for your partner. It's really interesting. Okay. Then there's a birth rate thing as well, which is really, really interesting too. I think we'll start off with a little bit of world history to make you a little bit more worldly. That seems fun, right? That seems cool. Let's do that. So you got to understand something.
Yeah.
So this guy's pretty cool. He gives a lot of insight about South Korea. I think he's Korean Canadian or Korean American. And yeah, he gives a lot of insight there. It's very difficult it's an interesting experience from what I've talked about from what I've seen for ethnically Korean but not born in Korea, or at least not grown up in Korea, Koreans, to talk about issues happening in Korea, because the Koreans living in Korea, who are also ethnically Korean, kind of see them as like kind of not as valid an opinion as someone who's been living in it, which is just a whole problematic thing in itself. You've got to understand Korea has been an isolated country for like as long as it's been around. Like it's been as isolationist as possible, especially since the Japanese occupation. They've just tried to keep to themselves as much as they can, and only recently in the last 30 years has there just been this huge boom of activity with foreigners coming in everywhere and everyone learning about Korea. And now it's obviously becoming way more like one of those countries that people are learning more about. But before then, like it was just, I mean, first of all, it was way poorer than it is now, but also, especially since the elimination of the Japanese Empire from its borders, the Korean society and Korean culture definitely just went inwards and continued to be isolationist for as long as possible. And so they've had some interesting trends happen economically. they've grown really, really fast, and that means that. But what was interesting, like an interesting sort of, how shall I put this? Not a compromise, but like an interesting side effect of that rapid economic growth was that socially, they're still. It's almost like they had rapid economic growth, and then they opened up to the world, and then all the world's conversations that we have about like social issues just kind of came flooding in, and they kind of have to deal with them all at once. Whereas a country that was more like globally aware, or at least globally involved, would have had those conversations like one at a time. But now Korea has to have them all at once, like now within the last 20 to 30 years. So it's been very, very interesting to see like the feminism in Korea is very much second wave feminism and not third wave feminism, as you can see in other places. It's there's a whole other conversation there as well. And you know, I don't think people here are ready to talk about transgender people or like or non-binary people and things like that. Gay marriage is still illegal here. Like it's pretty. There's some very interesting trends here that are a result, I believe, of just like crazy economic development. So yeah, I think this guy talks quite nicely about it, and he seems to articulate himself quite well. And I think you should listen to him talk about the birth rate in Korea, because one of these interesting trends that I've been referring to is the fact that Korea has the lowest birth rate in the world, which is 0.7 births per person or per family, which is actually crazy. That means that almost like if it was 0.5 births per person, 0.5 births per person means that half the population of a whole country is just never having kids. That's crazy. So 0.7 is like about 70% of the population are having kids. So that's a huge chunk of the kid-able population to not be having kids. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So, and obviously there are many reasons why. He touches on a few of them, but there's a moment I'm going to pause and tell you about something that he just glosses over completely, because it's a really good teachable moment to talk about capitalism. So we're going to talk about that in a second. Hello, Raz. Crikey, mate, it's a wild MJ swimming in his natural habitat. I live in a stream. You're right, I do. I never stop streaming. We always stream. I was streaming at work the other day. Didn't you catch it? How are you doing today? And how's your day going? And in the meantime, while you respond, let's find out about Korean birth rates.
I'd love to talk about this because a lot of people think that Korea having the lowest birth rate in the world is mainly due to women not having children, couples not being able to afford the cost of starting a family. But the reality,
I mean, that is also true. Don't get me wrong.
Is that the seeds of this crisis were something sowed by the government a long time ago. So as early as 1960s, the government initiated something called 산하제한 정책. Essentially, they wanted to limit births. Because back in the 1960s,
there was
poverty was a big problem.
Sorry, he's literally talking about it, so I'm not going to interrupt. Go ahead.
And fertility rate was 6 kids per woman. So in order to...
Wild, by the way. I'm talking about like... I talk with Hewan. When we talk... Hi. Hello, Alfred. When we talk about like kids, when I talk about kids, I would love kids in the future. I don't know if it's going to happen. Who knows? I wouldn't be broken up about it if I didn't. But when I have conversations about having kids, like 2 is my limit. I don't want 3 kids. Are you kidding me? These people had an average of 6 kids per person. Are you shitting me? That is insane. That's an insane population spike. 6 kids. Wow. That's average, by the way. Literally average.
To improve the economic situation, the government started to encourage and incentivize people to have less babies. So there'd be public awareness campaigns everywhere with slogans like 많이나 고생 말고 알맞게 낳아서 훌륭하게 기르자. So meaning don't suffer with many children, but raise a few very well. They would give free sterilization services at clinics, like free vasectomies. They would also give various benefits.
That should be free just as a point of call, by the way. Just it should always be free. Vasectomies, like birth services, all that stuff should just be free.
Benefits to families that underwent sterilization or have less children. This effort continued into the 1970s, where the government campaigned hard on 2 children as the ideal model of the family unit, because despite all this convincing, people would basically have as many kids as possible in order to get a son. So if you had 2 daughters, a typical household would say, well, we have to have more because we don't have a son yet.
And that has, again, now that brings in the patriarchal aspect of everything. Of course, the patriarchy shows its head in many, in pretty much every country in the world. In every place on earth, you have the patriarchy. And in a place like Korea, it showed itself in the sense that just like not long ago in the West, sons were seen as more sort of prominent in the family. And actually, like, the firstborn son is still, in many Western countries, the firstborn son is still the first person to receive inheritance from the next surviving family, from the deceased family member. Like, by automatic succession, the firstborn son is usually the first one, and people had to fight to get that. So people had to fight to get just firstborn child in there, let alone any female child at all. So yeah, again, yeah, this is not just a Korea problem. I feel like I have to say that because a lot of people will get like a cheap shot in here, and they'll try and they use this sort of, we love double standards, right? We obviously we tend not to see the existence of these same practices in our own systems just because we're paying more attention to them when they come from another country. We're more inclined to see bad things coming from another country because we are weaponized against them, especially if they look different from us. So people often use these things as an opportunity to be racist. So I'm just calling it right now. We have these things too.
To the government's credit, they noticed that people were doing this because of how the preference for male children was deeply embedded within their culture. So the government started campaigning on how daughters are amazing. Slogans like 잘 키운 딸 하나 열아들 안 부럽다, a good daughter is better than 10 sons, or 딸 아들 구별 말고 둘 만나 잘 기르자, either son or daughter, let's just have 2 and raise them well. And then in the 80s, the government campaigned even harder, encouraging for 1 child instead of 2.
By the way, Korea's government up until the 80s was literally a dictatorship. Like, they were under military dictatorship until the 80s. They only very, very recently acquired democracy.
And then, finally, fertility rate went below the replacement rate, which is 2.1 in 1983. To give you an example of how far the government went to discourage people from having more children, the benefits for households with 2 children or less included things like cash payments from the government, additional vacation days, maternity leave, subsidy for your children's education, and much more. So it was actually a big financial loss to have more children for people. The government also encouraged couples to get more abortions and actually gave out free abortions alongside free sterilizations.
Again, should be just free all the time. Like, literally just should be free.
For instance, in the 1970s and the 80s, there was something called 낙태버스, which were these mobile clinics that would go around to rural areas and give free abortions. So the government kept this policy up until 1996, which is when they realized, oh wait, we've gone way too far now. So they tried to reverse that.
Yeah.
But then...
And then in 1997, he talks about something. But vasectomies are also so quick and usually reversible. It's like a 10-minute procedure. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, for sure. If you are worried about not having kids, and you, I don't know, for some reason don't feel like using other forms of protection, vasectomies are a thing. They are, and they are completely reversible, like very easily done. Okay, and then this is important.
In 1997, Korea had a catastrophic economic meltdown, and that further discouraged people from having kids for a while, because when your life is financially destroyed, you don't want to have kids. And here we are now at 0.72, lowest in the world. So
I think, like, this is the thing that I feel like he skipped over, because it, not really skipped over, but like didn't give us much attention, because if there was none of, like, if that economic crash didn't happen, the government would have had time to implement a sort of rebirth policy to like undo those changes and be like, good job, public, you did it. But it's too late at that point because there was an economic crash. And for which you blame capitalism. And this is why, because Korea was built by the US on a strict model of capitalism as a client state of the US. And South Korea remains largely a client state of the US. The US has some of its like central military bases are contained here, like on the border between South and North Korea. So the South Korea is very much a US client state economically. And there was a point at this moment during its growth from the 1940s, at the end of World War II, when Japan was removed from the sort of annexed Korean territories, from then until maybe the 80s, until it got democracy, I don't really know, but I wasn't really sure when it stopped. But at the point of growth, the United States was responsible for almost the entire annual budget of South Korea. Like the whole thing. There were some years where the United States literally funded the whole year of like Korea's like national budget. The whole thing. Oh, we're talking about the low birth rate in Korea and stuff like that. It's very interesting. I'm showing one of those videos of that guy who was talking about it. Yeah. So it really is very interesting. And pretty wild to think that the United States basically funded an entire country. So yeah. Could you quickly explain what a client state is? A client state, good question. A client state is basically it's like the economic version of a colony. It's basically a state in which another country, a more powerful country, has assisted and uplifted this country for the purposes of that powerful country's immediate interest in that region. So South Korea is a U.S. client state. Israel is a U.S. client state, and there are many other examples as well. But when the United States invaded Iraq, then Iraq became a U.S. client state, and it was it's basically it's a country where another powerful country has given you so much and sort of but also a place where they maybe occupy you as well for the purposes of protecting their interests in that region. The biggest two off the top of my head would be Israel and South Korea. And yeah, so that's a client state. It basically means like for a long time the country's like sort of growth depends on the more powerful country. And therefore that powerful country has an incredible amount of influence in what goes on in the less powerful country. I mean, if you literally fund the entire country's national budget every year, then of course you're gonna have that power over them. Japan, at least for a while after World War II, Japan being a client state of the U.S., I'm not sure about that one. We could, I mean, obviously we have the internet at our fingertips. We could check. Was Japan a U.S. client state? Yeah, they wouldn't be. Okay, well, this is Quora. I don't want to look at Quora. But basically, okay. So if we want to talk about Japan, when Japan invaded Korea and annexed that territory, Korea was Japan's client state, where you're not exactly a colony, but you're still controlled by the sort of thing. It's the capitalist version of a vassal, like in medieval times, a lord of a very powerful place would basically say, you can have internal governance, but we have like oversight of everything that goes on in your country. Like that would be a vassal state, and a client state is like the economic kind of sort of capitalistic version of that. I know after the war the U.S. stepped and helped rebuild. Sure, okay, yeah. I think I don't know if it was. Oh yeah, look, yeah. Huh. Important new book on Japan as an American client state. Yeah, okay. Yeah, interesting. Gavin McCormack apparently is a big, Yeah, Japan and West Germany became U.S. client states in the late 1940s. Yeah, Germany is a big one. West Germany became a client state of the US, and East Germany became a client state of the USSR. So yeah. No, you're right on that. Okay, fantastic. Good thing we have the entire wealth of all human knowledge at our fingertips to check these things. So yeah, that's what a client state is. And there've been many of these, and they shouldn't exist, but here we are.
Much of the current issues with low fertility in Korea is based on the government's actions through the 60s until the 90s. Because guess what? Academics and researchers agree that fertility decline is very difficult to reverse. But here's a side effect of these policies that might have also contributed to worsen the fertility rate. Remember how I said there was a culture of preference for male children? Well, when the government really made it undesirable to have more than 2 children or even 1, and when they made abortion widely available for very cheap or just free, a lot of couples just aborted girls in order to get boys.
Yep.
So what happens? A lot more boys come out, causing a massive imbalance in the gender ratio.
Which then also means that that your birth rate goes down for sure. Yeah, dude. All right, I'm not gonna watch the rest of this, but yeah, that's about it. Okay. You'd love the newest One Piece chapter. Really? What's it about? Tell me. Okay, then, oh my God, can we just enjoy something quickly before we get into the heavy Palestinian stuff? Like, can we just? There's something that I want to enjoy here. So this was this is actually really clever. Let me look at this.
The next room of the temple
So this is like a D&D skit.
is locked. What color is the
I need you to know. Sorry, before we watch this, I need you to know this is me. This is me so many times. And if any of the people who are related to my campaigns at all are watching this, you don't know how many times I've done this. But you should know that I've done this at least 3 times for like main plot points. You should just watch it.
The next room of the temple is locked. What color is the tapestry on the other wall? It's blue with purple trim.
Blue with purple trim, just like the wizards from that secret organization we encountered in session 2. They had blue robes with purple trim. This place is connected to them. Do you remember what they told us? No. Follow your heart. And there is a heart in a mural in the first room here. It's like an arrow. The heart is like an arrow pointing down at the fountain. And there was a fountain in front of the headquarters of the Wizards organization. Yes, the fountain! It had 17 statues of the Great Wizards. And the inscription read, "The Great Wizards grew mightier than oaks." And what do oaks grow out of? Acorns! That's it! I need to put 17 acorns into the fountain, and it opens the door. Puzzle solved! Is that right, DM?
Yes. Clever guys. I knew you would pick up on the crumbs I left for you.
Oh,
Well done.
God.
Smart. We are brilliant.
The next
I didn't actually catch the last part when I watched it. So yeah, I've done this like I have done this so many times in so many campaigns where I put a puzzle in front and I'm like, so this is how I view puzzles, by the way. When I craft puzzles for D&D, I craft them like this, purposefully like open-ended, and then if the players come up with a creative enough solution, I'm just like, that's awesome, let's go with that, you know. This is how I this is how I do it. And sometimes with literally main plot points. Hello, Neil. Sometimes with literal main plot points, I have done sort of moments where the party has just been role-playing. They've just been kind of bantering and like checking in with each other about what they're going to plan to do. And within the plan, some kind of connect the dots sort of mission appears where they try to connect plot points and things. And the kind of stuff that they come up with, I'm literally sitting here going, I didn't think of that, but that sounds awesome. I'm going to include that. And I literally just write it down. It's amazing. It's amazing. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, let's read about this new One Piece episode. So the crew is on an island that's all about progressing science and such. The Navy is about to do a buster call on it. They continuously shoot the island with ships until there's nothing left. Oh, great. The head person of the island is like, what are you doing? You'll set progress back by like 100 years. And one of the head world government guys is like, fuck progress. Anyone looking into the past needs to die. Okay. Because 800 years back, the world government did something fucked up, and have been covering it. Ah, it's a cover-up. Okay. It sounds pretty America to me, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it's been done. It's been done by so many places and over so many years. I sound like I think I would like that. Okay, next one. Still fun stuff before we get to the heavy stuff. Let's go with, this is one of the greatest things. I need you to understand how talented you are to make edits like this. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller so you can see the full screen. Just give this a look. Please just watch. It's incredible.
I saved you before. I'm here to save you again.
Abomination.
You're not one of them. You will not become a mind flayer.
We will be absolute.
Perhaps I should have clarified.
We still have these little monsters in our heads.
You too were on the receiving end of
timing,
a
dude.
Welcome insursion. Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers?
Turn us into...
But we haven't sprouted any tentacles.
The frame timing. Listen.
Not yet, anyway.
Hello.
Oh.
I'm not sure anyone has ever been more fucked than this.
I'm glad to see you're not one to give up.
Hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off.
Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
We've still got tadpoles in our eyes.
I think I was safer with the mind flayers.
Oh my god, dude.
No. If there is a next time, I'll be the one aiming the all-powerful weapon. Thank you.
Dude, just gifted. Absolutely gifted. I have no words for this. It's just incredible. It is just incredible. I mean, it's an advert for Baldur's Gate, basically. It's incredible. Yeah, there's more like that. Okay. Cool. I think this is a good place to start with the Grammys. With Annie Lennox. Can we have a look at this? This would be freaking awesome. All right, listen to her. So, Annie Lennox, if you don't know who Annie Lennox is, classic singer, incredible, also Scottish, I believe. And, I need to learn more about the U.S. military planes, like the SR-71 Blackbird. I know very little about that, actually. So whatever you find out would probably be education to me. All right. And I want you to just have a listen. So at the Grammys, I find it pretty gross that the Grammys are even continuing in the face of what's going on with Palestine, especially considering the influence that celebrities have in America on the American public, and considering how important it is that the American public stand up for this, considering Israel's an American client state. It all comes back to the United States. So there should be more disruptions in the US, like nationwide, for this. For sure. So watching a singer basically do the bare minimum, basically do what is required, is still really, really moving to see. So yeah, just a little clip.
Hi, everybody.
And with that, okay, so is this Deborah Messing? It's someone. Anyway, so she says peace in the world, right? Artist for ceasefire, peace in the world. That's it. That's the whole thing. I've gone and seen the extended clip. It's the same thing because after that, her mic was cut. So after she said this, her mic was cut. Never mind the fact that there was a specific mention of Israel and allowance for the focus on the October 7th attack, and yet completely unambiguously humanitarian, artist for ceasefire, peace in the world, not usually a political statement, not really something that should be controversial, and yet her mic was cut. I wonder what might be going on there. And then this incredibly disappointing human being then says this.
Hi, everybody. So tonight, the Grammys were hijacked in favor of Hamas agenda as singer Annie Lennox called for...
It's my favorite. I need you to understand how this makes me feel. When she hits the real phlegm for Hamas, like when she hits the Hamas, like you're not fluent in the language. Like it's not as if like what is weird to me is it sounds like when all your other words are so distinctly white, and then you throw in a Hamas, it's like someone going into an Italian restaurant when you're like a white red-blooded American, like Midwestern or whatever. Sorry, Alpha, it's just the example I could think of. And you walk into an Italian restaurant and you say, "Hi, can I have a pizza?" I'm like, "What? Maybe I'll have the pasta." I'm like, "Okay, what kind of pasta would you like?" You say, "I'll have the rigatoni," and I'm like, you sound like an idiot. you sound pretentious as hell. And it seems to be a trend that these people are picking up on. It's just something to say. Anyway, you got 5 missed calls from your mom? Dude, you never... 5? Bro, go. Answer the phone. Call her back right now. Right now. Anyway, so,
Annie Lennox called for a ceasefire, denying Israel's right to defend itself and also not calling for the release of the hostages.
Not 2 things. Ceasefire just means stop fighting. Just stop fighting. I didn't realize this was incredibly political. And secondly, ceasefire means release of hostages on both sides. Like, ceasefire allows for fighting to stop. I feel like I'm explaining this to a toddler, so that people who are captured can be given back to the other people. It is a very simple concept to understand.
So basically giving Hamas exactly what they wanted. You know, I think that next time a singer wants to do something that's good for humanity, they should probably call on the release of innocent women and a baby and a toddler from the hands of a genocidal terrorist organization.
I agree. I also think Israel should release their thousands of Palestinian prisoners back to the lands from where they came. I also think that should happen. So maybe she's pro-Palestine after all.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid. And with that, we're going to go into some news. So, just to give you an idea on what's been happening, there was supposed to be, if you were following what I said earlier, there was supposed to be a ceasefire. Give me a moment. There was a they're two pieces of main news. Oh, goodness, where was the thing? I think I put it. It's one of these. It's one of these things here. There we go.
Israel is preparing to attack Rafah.
Yeah. Okay. So the ceasefire. Wait, it wasn't there. It was there was one article that basically broke it down really well. There, this one here.
So the deal is on.
Okay, yeah. So the ceasefire that we were talking about before has unfortunately fallen through, and there's a reason for this. This guy will explain a lot better with me, but a lot better than I could. But the ceasefire deal that was supposed to be discussed this past weekend, has unfortunately fallen through, and Israel has completely capitalized on this by, if you look at a map of Gaza. Actually, I'll show it to you in a TikTok video. There's another one that I can show you that shows you what's happening. slowly but surely, the 2 million people who live in the Gaza Strip have been moved from city to city to city to city, being attacked and bombed the whole way, despite being told, this place is safe, and then it gets bombed. Move south. This place is safe, and then it gets bombed. Move south. What is mind-boggling to me is how obvious this is, and how obvious their true intentions are, and yet everyone who is still in some way pro-Israel at this point is being willfully ignorant of this. That now, if you watch the video, you will see they are literally up against the border fence for Egypt. They're in a place called Rafah. And in that place, that's where 2 million people have been told to go. And Israel dropped leaflets on them yesterday, and they are bombing them today. As we speak, they are bombing them. In the last place that they can go. They cannot go further south, or they'll be in Egypt, and they can't go through to Egypt because there's a checkpoint covered by Israeli military. And to even get back to Egypt is about $10,000 a head. It's just not obtainable. So and also they don't want to leave because this is their land anyway. That's the most important thing. So now you have move south, bomb, move south, bomb, move south, bomb. They can't move any further south, and they are being bombed. So the ceasefire deal is very obviously off, and this guy will explain why. Have you seen the College Humor skit on that? The pronunciation thing? I did. I saw it a long time ago, and it is exactly that vibe. 100% that vibe. Mom told me about my car's status. Currently being repaired after I got T-boned by a Ford. Oh no. Are you okay? When did that happen? You seem okay, so by at least the way you're typing, but are you feeling okay? Did you get hurt? While you're typing, I'm gonna let this guy explain what's going on.
The H group has studied the draft deal.
Okay, H group is Hamas, blue and white country is Israel. He just doesn't want to say it for shadow banning reasons.
Was submitted to them by the blue and white country, and they basically come out and said they do not accept, and so the deal is off. Let's get into it. So what happened? Why didn't the H group accept the terms? Well, this is because the H group said in their statement that while the deal does mention parts about a hostage exchange, which they are down with, they don't say if it mentions Marwan Barghouti, which is their main hostage that the H group wants.
Marwan Barghouti is, I've done a little bit more research on him, and it seems that the Palestinians treat him, there's an expression going around that he is the Palestinian Nelson Mandela. If that's true, it makes complete sense why Israel would never want to release him. Never, ever, ever. So, but it also makes sense why Hamas and the Palestinian people want him, especially, to be released, because it's been said a few times that he could be a popular enough leader to lead all the Palestinian people into their freedom. So, it's not, and by the way, this is not to say that revolutions are fought by one person, like leading the charge. That's not how it works. But a figurehead is important, right? So, and he's theirs. So there you go.
The H group also said they do not accept the deal for this reason. This is because the blue and white country is refusing to abide by a total ceasefire, so much so that in the language of the deal, the blue and white country is refusing to rule out continued airstrikes and pulling back their troops. So basically they're saying we're not going to do a ceasefire.
Yeah. Hamas would be incredibly foolish to accept this at all. So anything but complete rejection of this absolutely ridiculous offer would be very foolish by them. So they should have rejected it for sure.
So what's next? Well, there's going to be a new round of negotiations. The last one was in Paris, which was headed by the head of the CIA. This time it's going to be in Cairo. Not much is known about the Cairo meeting. It just says that there's going to be an international team of mediators that are going to oversee the meetings. Make of that what you will. Behind the scenes, Washington is apparently really frustrated. Joe Biden himself is also really frustrated with the head of the CIA because they were banking on the head of the CIA to deliver a total ceasefire from the Paris meetings. But you can't blame the head of the CIA, right? This is because Joe Biden, your government, just announced that it's going to be giving the blue and white country $14 billion in aid. And just a few days ago, you sent them another round of fresh munitions. So of course they're not going to be listening to you if you give them whatever they want and never hold them to account. But yeah, unfortunately the Paris deal is off. Hopefully we're gonna get something in the Cairo deal. I will keep you all updated, but sorry to bring the bad news.
Yeah, so there's no ceasefire. I I think the worst part about America's role in all of this is that Joe Biden has signed executive orders to give this aid. I need you to understand something about, if you're not sure how American politics works, this is like a crash course in the president's powers. One thing that the president is able to do is sign certain executive orders. And there's a list of things that the president can do without the approval of the other arms of government, like Congress or the Senate. So the House or the Senate. And what Joe Biden has done to send aid to Israel, $3 billion a year, and this big $14 billion package, was not with the approval of the other arms of government. This is one of the things he can do. Conversely, he can also go above his other arms of government and stop that aid. Unilaterally, like on his own, one person has the power to do that. And that means that every day that he doesn't, it is a choice, an active choice not to do that, an active choice to keep sending aid, knowing what they're doing in there. Of course he doesn't care. Of course his anger with the leader of the CIA for not achieving a peace, like a peace agreement for a ceasefire in Gaza, is fake outrage. Of course it is. Because if he wanted to, Joe Biden could single-handedly cripple Israel's military economy and industrial complex. Single-handedly. And I wish I was lying. I wish that I didn't know that that was the case. But it is. Literally, as one guy, he can do that. So, unfortunately, ceasefire deal is off. And with that, like as that was going on, Rafah was bombed. So this is the map.
So Saturday has come and gone, and the people of Gaza have literally been celebrating that maybe, just maybe, there may be a ceasefire, and that the country of Qatar has miraculously come up with like the perfect plan that everyone's going to agree to. That's besides the point, but let's do some math, okay? And please tell me if this is not so obvious that it's in our faces, yet the entire world is completely silent about it. Israel had a problem with the people in the north, right? So they told Gazans that for their safety, they must evacuate to the south of Gaza, which means people in the north at Beit Hanun, Jabalia, Gaza City, all had to start moving down south to like Deir al-Balah, Khan Yunis, and Rafah. Now remember...
Right, just quickly. For those of you who might be saying, wait, she's saying it funny too. That's how you say it. That's not the same thing as a pro-Israel person purposefully mispronouncing the word Hamas in the Hebrew way when they themselves are not Hebrew. Like that's what makes it weird, is that they're like co-opting the term Hamas to like exert some kind of subtle power over it. So I need you to understand, it's very different from this, which is just pronouncing it the Arabic way. Like that's fine. But what is happening when you hit the Hamas is it's literally a co-opt of that of their name and saying it in a Hebrew way and not saying it in an Arabic way, which is just Hamas. Like they don't have that ch for the H sound. So it's very, very weird.
Remember, this is 2.1 million people. And all Israel has done has told them to go from city to city to city, all while moving down south and simultaneously attacking them when they get to the new city that they were evacuated or told to go to. And remember, Gazans who stayed behind, not because they were being hard-headed, because they literally had nowhere else to go in the rest of Gaza, were there at their own risk and basically had to put up with being starved, slaughtered, annihilated, everything that they own and love being demolished and pulverized. But again, that's besides the point, because the majority of the population of Gaza is now in Rafah. And guess what they did today, on Saturday, the day where people were celebrating that maybe, just maybe, there might be a ceasefire for 45 days, not even a permanent one. They attacked Rafah. And at this point, Rafah is so densely packed that it's almost impossible to do any kind of an airstrike without injuring or unaliving multiple people. So Gazans have been chased out of their homes from the north of Gaza, from city to city to city, and now they're on the border in Rafah, where technically they should be safe. And now they're attacking them after they've cornered literally 2.1 million people.
Crazy, because obviously Hamas is in the middle of that, right? Like, Hamas has been following them. That's why they say, oh, it's safe. It's a safe zone. Oh no, sorry, we found Hamas there. We gotta bomb you now. Now keep moving further south. Oh wait, sorry, now you moved all the way to the border between us and Egypt. Sorry, we found Hamas there too, so we gotta bomb you as well there. Oh, you have nowhere else to go? Okay, just sit tight, and whoever's left will work with you once this is finished. Oh, there's no one left? Oh well. That's the plan. That is the plan. That's what they want. Of course it's what they want.
And if you made it this far and you have absolutely no idea as to why these people don't go into Egypt, people who have lost every single thing that they hold dear to their heart and physically are starving and financially have absolutely nothing have to pay $10,000 ahead to be able to enter Egypt. And even if they can miraculously make that money,
there's a
Israel
checkpoint.
Controls the list of who gets to exit and leave.
Yep.
So yeah, today, Saturday, the day that most Gazans were hopeful for some kind of a break or a ceasefire, they actually got attacked in the last city on the border and have literally nowhere else to go.
So that's what's been happening there. There has been one more thing that has happened in that sense, and that is the international community is seeing a growing level of support for Palestinians, especially the ones in Gaza. And this is one of the things. It's very, very interesting.
For much needed good news, Nicaragua is taking Germany, the Netherlands, the UK, and Canada to the ICJ for genocide. They've issued a memorandum stating that they need to immediately stop aiding Israel with weapons. I think this is a direct result of the ICJ ruling in favor of South Africa, as well as invoking the Genocide Convention in the provisional measures. Therefore, anyone that aids Israel also becomes complicit of genocide. For much needed good news...
Isn't it amazing that countries that have been completely flattened by the first world are the ones to hold the first world accountable? South Africa and now Nicaragua for the things that they're doing in aiding an apartheid ethno-state, in ethnically cleansing Palestinian people. It is amazing. It is amazing to see. And yeah, so legally this is what happened. So and this is why it's been so important that the ICJ invoked the Genocide Convention and said there was a risk of genocide. Because if Israel is committing genocide against the Palestinian people with the aid of Germany, the US, Canada, Australia, etc., and their arms and military aid, then all those other countries are accomplices to the committing of genocide on behalf of Israel. That is huge. Well, we say so, but, you know, who knows? Because all those countries put together control the UN anyway. So I don't know if anything's going to come from this, but it is a huge step, and it's really cool that it's the third world taking the charge for this. Really, really, really cool. So there is some good news in the international community, at least. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I wish I could show you so much more without taking hours and hours to do it, but please just educate yourself on this as well. It is so important. And yeah, so that's what's been happening there. There was another white flag killing. There were two. This one here, I'm not really, I think I don't really want to show you at the moment, but I think you should know about it. I don't know if it's TOS. I don't really want to show you a body on stream because I definitely think that'll be a TOS. But basically, there have been many white flag killings over this time. So yeah, it's just really important for you to all know that that's what's happening. There's one more thing I wanted to do. That was Oh, it was this. I want to show you two more videos about this, and then we're going to take a break, refresh, reset, and come back for whatever people have decided to vote for. It looks like either Mass Effect or Skyrim, and you guys can chat about what you want to see. Like, people who are actively in the chat can let me know what you guys want to do, whether it's Mass Effect or Skyrim. and then we'll do that. But for now, I think there are 2 videos to watch. The first one is this. This is a list, and I really urge you to watch this all the way through, and I'm not going to do anything while we watch it. It is a 7-minute list of the children in Palestine, the Palestinian children that have been killed just in Gaza by Israeli attacks. And while you're watching this, while we are going through this, I want you to think about some of the things that we've heard said by the other side. A right to self-defense, on top of some other people very openly saying a wish to resettle the area. The fact that Israel are the real victims here. The fact that Hamas is a brutal terrorist organization, and the attacks on October 7th came out of nowhere and could not have been predicted or defended against adequately. And all the other justifications that Israel have used over the last 4 months to justify the killing of these, some 11,500 children. And I want you to think about that as we watch this. These are just the names that were confirmed. They still have not uncovered from rubble many of the bodies. There will be more after this. Notice that at the beginning we saw some of the children who were not even in their first year of life, that didn't even have names yet. We've just crossed double digits. We're only now in the 11-year-old. Each of these people, it's really hard to look at a list like this and not personalize each and every one of them. But you must understand, every name that goes past, even while I'm talking, names are going past representing lives that were just as complex and valuable and valid as yours was at that age. They had just as many things happen to them, just as many moments, experiences. Yeah, Alex, I mentioned that earlier. Four months. This is how long it took to rack up a list this long. 4 months. Take this and contextualize it. Take this and contextualize it against 75 years. Because that's how long it's been since the State of Israel was established by the United Nations as partitioned land, and Palestinian people were displaced in an event 1947 called the Nakba. From that moment, this system was established and has been maintained brutally up until now. Since then until now. Culminated in various attacks, eventually leading to the 7th of October last year. And in retaliation for that retaliation, we have this list. In 4 months. 11,500. Over the last few months, just watching this, let alone how it must feel to live it, but just watching it has left me feeling a profound hopelessness. And yet, looking at lists like this fills me with both incredible sorrow, but also an incredibly powerful reminder of why I'm still raising awareness for this, why we're still giving this our attention. Because if we didn't keep giving this our attention, then no one would know about these children. No one would know that they died for no reason other than an ethno-state wanting to resettle their land based on a 1,000-year-old biblical promise. If we were still not giving this our attention, no one would know about this. the numbers from the full 75 years would be unfathomable, even more unfathomable than the numbers from the last 4 months already are. Yeah. I mean, the last 4 months have been particularly bad in terms of like escalations and intensity. But over 75 years, we're not even talking numbers of dead. It's just the lives that they've lived, the existences that they've suffered. They and all other people in the global south who have suffered under these sorts of conditions. The Palestinians represent a much larger issue that I really, really hope more people in the world are waking up to. Desperately. We desperately need it. So, 2 things before I show you the last video. Number 1, this should change you. Watching this and being subjected to this, in a sense, is almost traumatic. But it has to be done. And it should change you. If this makes you want to act, if this makes you want to do something more systemic, good. It should. That's number 1. But number 2, please always remember that our wish to change things, our wish to change the system, is from compassion and empathy. It is for these children that we wish to change things. It is not against anyone else, like the Israeli settlers. It is not anger or rage that we feel. The Palestinians are more than entitled to their rage. But as people who want to change the systems, while rage can be a helpful tool and it can help fuel us, our wish to change must be based in compassion and empathy, particularly in this case, for these children. Having seen this, I'm going to show you one last thing before we take a break and then move on. Please keep following. Please don't look away. Please keep your attention on this. It is so, so, so important. This is what Gaza used to look like. And let this motivate you, hopefully, to see not just Gaza, but the rest of the world be restored, rebuilt, given the justice that it deserves. Places all over the global south, all over the third world, deserve self-determination and their own autonomy.
شكرا يسلموا لودي
Let's fight for that. Yeah? Don't shut up about it. Never. Never shut up about it. And when this is done, we move on to the next thing. Tigray, Congo, Sudan. It's beyond time. It is way past time. It almost goes beyond hopelessness into pure dread, the world turning its back on these people. It's unfathomable, for lack of a better word. It is. It is unfathomable. The videos of Gaza before October 7th looks absolutely beautiful. I often find myself sitting there watching these, thinking about the fact that none of this exists anymore. It's just piles of rubble. Yeah, all of it's gone. This street, gone. Buildings, gone. Cars, gone. The fact that it is all just... It's like someone just deleted it. It is unfathomable. It is an unfathomable thing to be able to witness it. And at the same time, what a profound privilege for us to be able to witness it, so that we may stand witness to what is going on and do what we can to spread attention and spread awareness of it. Okay. Yeah, also understand, while this is going on and while Gaza looks like this, like, this is just real, right? It's just real human beings being human beings. They were still under apartheid during this time. So it's not like their lives were peachy before October 7th. They still lived under an oppressive apartheid regime. But at least they had buildings. This beautiful culture filled with some of the most passionate, kind people on the planet, and it fills me with pure rage, but also incredible amounts of compassion for the people. That last part has to be your fuel, your main source of energy, of course. Just keep that in mind. It really can be hard because I have a hefty amount of rage to go around for everyone who's causing this and who's enabling this to happen. But we can't let that take over. And when you talk about the world turning its back, there is hope in this. Not only in Nicaragua taking many of the first world countries who are responsible for arming Israel to the ICJ for this, but also at this point, 80% of the world's countries have officially called for a ceasefire in Gaza. So it's just the fact that the ones who are not are some of the most powerful ones. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes reasonable men must do unreasonable things. If that's not, I mean, that is why revolutions are very often violent. And even then, I would say that many violent revolutions were reasonable, considering the circumstances. The courage and the resilience of the Palestinian people is incredible. They've known nothing but suffering for the last 75 years, and still they keep that compassion and find joy in the little things. Another thing that I've noticed about this, for sure. Yeah. The human spirit truly is amazing. Okay. I'm going to take a break from this. We're going to come back and do whatever you want to do. We now have a 3-way split between Mass Effect, Skyrim, music analysis. So I'm going to take a break and refill my water. I suggest you do the same. Keep this in your mind as we go on with the stream and figure and remember what a privilege it is to be able to do this. And I will see you all in 5 to 10. Oh, okay. We just got an extra vote for Skyrim. So Skyrim it is. At this point, yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a quick break. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, we're going to play some Skyrim. Wonderful. With that said, yeah, we're going to take a bit of a break. See you in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And we'll play some Skyrim for today. Watching Bisan playing volleyball with some kids the other day had me in tears. It was one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a while. I saw her talking to a little baby the other day, holding her, and she's that acronym that they've made up for the people in Gaza. Wounded child, no surviving family. Like that little girl, I think she's like maybe 2. No surviving family, but she lives on, and it's amazing to see that even after such unfathomable tragedy, you can still have hope for what remains. It is amazing. The joys of having been raised by a Jewish father, convert not ethnic, I was taught a very different kind of perspective on the whole Palestine situation. While I'm on break, which I'm going to do now, I promise, I would love for you to expand on that, Raz, if you can. Would be really, really cool to learn your perspective on this. All right. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. And we're back. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. It's been it's been a pretty wild ride today, but I appreciate that you're here. And yeah, let's keep things going. I'm gonna quickly change the stream a little bit so that we can change it over to Skyrim. I can't remember which part of the Skyrim it was gonna be, but I don't know if I did parts for this series, if it was just maybe just Chronicles. But let's see. I want to have a look at it playlist wise. Raz, if I would really appreciate it if you have the time. I know you said you were limited. I'll read what you've said now. But if you have the time, and you talked about the 200 character limit. In learning to talk in the community Discord, it would be really great if you had the time or the energy to just explain your side or your dad's side, at least what you were raised on in the learning to talk channel as well. I would love to engage with you on that for sure. Okay, where is the Skyrim thing? There we go. Okay, so we got quite a few things from the beginning here. Yeah, it's just called Skyrim Chronicles. I didn't have a mark for it. Okay. I can't even remember what we were doing, so we're gonna come back to this and just sort of do a bit of a recap. Yeah, there we go. Right, gaming, Skyrim. One of the things that I would love to, I do have Anniversary Edition. One of the things that I'd like to do, when I don't have a job anymore, is actually, how should I put this? Is edit my streams. So yeah, very cool. We might see some edited streams in the next little while. Okay, so Raz brings up a very interesting point. Listen up. Suffice it to say, the things I was taught painted the Israelis in a much, much better light. A people finally given a nation of their own after literal centuries of murder and persecution, including the loss of 6 million at least of their people. That's crazy. So naturally, now that they have a land of their own, they want to defend it no matter the cost. That's the basic and very short gist of it. I seem to recall something about the neighboring Arab countries being bad and evil for not taking the Palestinian people in, because that would have solved all the problems. So we've heard this before, right? That Israel is the chosen land for the chosen people. The biggest, most glaring issue with that becomes there were people there already when you were given the land. I'm not talking to you, obviously, Raz. I know that we're on the same page with this, so this is not directed at you. I'm talking about people who use this defense. This is the problem. This is the most. I think one of the saddest things about this is that so many people who live in Israel are going to see peace as an attack and yet another example of Jews being persecuted, when really it's just about freedom for the people who were on the land when you took it. Firstly, another thing that is really important to communicate at this point regarding the origin of the State of Israel is that not only was the State of Israel created on the land that was Palestine, where people were living already for a long and established time, even though there were Jewish people living there too. There were Jewish Arabs, a bunch of Jewish people living there. It was given to them with the expectation of settler expansion. And it was also given to them, very importantly, after the Jews fleeing Nazi Germany went to the United States and the United Kingdom and were turned around. only for the US and UK to then partition Palestine up and say, go on, go live there with the other Arabs in the Middle East because we don't want you. The people who supposedly liberated the Jews from Nazi Germany at the end of World War II, the people who supposedly fought for Jewish people, really ended up being just as anti-Semitic as the rest of them. And that should not come as a surprise to you. Jews have been persecuted since time immemorial. It's one of the oldest forms of persecution. Since the Jews have been around, they've been persecuted everywhere they go. And the worst part about the creation of Israel is not only that it was done on the land of others, particularly other Arab people, other Muslim people, other Middle Eastern people, who are also seeing the short end of the stick, but it was also created by countries who would not take the Jews in otherwise. There were literal ships that went all the way to the United States and were turned around, and they had to come all the way back from Jews who had nowhere else to go. And now, generations later, we see the same thing being enacted on the Palestinians. I think, the idea of defending their land that was given to them by other oppressors, is something that I think is very important to understand. And also to the point of other, like, why didn't other countries take them in? There's a real big problem with that question. That is the wrong question. When you say why, again, not you, but when you say why didn't the other countries take in the Palestinians? Because it's the Palestinians' land. They don't want to leave, and they shouldn't have to. You should be able to live together in harmony. There should not be a forced resettlement of Palestinian people. It's the wrong question to ask, why are the other countries not accepting Palestinian refugees? The right question is, why is Israel creating Palestinian refugees? We need to go to the source. Ooh, your fragile package has a dent. Ugh, I hate it when that happens. The problem with the neighboring countries taking the Palestine is now Israel only has to point the guns outwards. I mean, yeah, which is what they will do. If they manage to successfully remove all Palestinians, they will just put up incredible borders and just become a fortress for the rest of the Middle East. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do some Skyrim. I need to relax. So, there's something that we need to there's something we need to do about this. Like, Dulugash was doing things, and hey Rain, Dulugash was studying magic, and I'm a little bit confused as to where we were in the quest line. I think we just done a tomb raid of like Saarthal. We picked up a strange amulet that was giving us stuff, and yeah. A fortress in the Middle East sounds like America's dream. It's almost as if that's why they're supporting Israel. All right, here we go. You will find that I have some good personal news. I only have like 3 or 4 weeks before I end my stint, and from that moment onwards I should be a lot more free to do more streams, which is pretty cool. I went into town today to get some shoes. Of course I came back with anything but shoes. I couldn't find any shoes I liked, but I got a Daredevil comic and various Docky Who stuff, of course. That's very cool. Nice. Okay. Right, so when where we last left off, I need to check my thingy. Ah, okay. Hang on. So, what's the time? Check the time. It's now 3 p.m. That's good. We also, okay, so it's 3 p.m. I'm doing fine in terms of hunger and thirst. I think being on the left-hand side is probably good for Skyrim. Yeah. Yeah, it's now 4 p.m. Everything's fine. I need to talk to the Archmage because we've just found a very interesting amulet. During an expedition to Saarthal, I uncovered a new section of the ruins and was warned by a vision from someone in the Sigic order of danger within. Despite this, Tolfdir and I have explored further and found a strange orb buried deep within Saarthal. Tolfdir has asked that I take news of the discovery to the Archmage. So we're going to talk to the Archmage about this, and then we have a bunch of other stuff that I want to quickly just run through. So these are very these are miscellaneous quests. We're not stealing research notes. There's some missing apprentices. There's companions and stuff like that. Like, we don't have to do any of this. It's fine. None of this Dulugash really cares about yet. This one is just for Orc. This is just for the Orc racial stuff. This one is Harren Ironheart. Ah, this is the kid. Dulugash made a promise to a kid a long time ago, like back in episode 1 of this series, that we actually we still have to do this. We said we would look for her father. We found his body. Meet Cassia, leader of the Dawn Guard. We don't care about any of this. Okay. We definitely don't care about this. Main quest? No. Never heard of her. Find the Red God woman. We also don't care about. Ah, Shalador's writings would be pretty cool for Dulugash to go on. So I think he would do that next. So once yeah, there's also White Watch Tower. Yeah, okay. Right, Dulugash is not interested in any of that. Right now he's still trying to learn some stuff. So at the moment, I think his kind of checklist right now is learn spells, buy new spell tomes, and when he's out of gold, go and look for Shalador's writings, find some gold that's hopefully there, find stuff to sell, and then go back and sell it and make some money. I love that you read that in the cadence of a child's book, lol. Wait, which one? Ah, I went into town today to get some shoes. Of course I came back with anything but shoes. I can't wait for Dulugash to become Archmage. I am a kindergarten teacher, so it would I mean, you wouldn't really say so based on how rarely I say that and how rarely I tell other people that I'm a teacher. Did you know that I'm a teacher, by the way? But I think I have I do have the voice down for reading to children. I'm watching another stream. Okay, have fun. Thank you for being here, Neil. I always appreciate you being here. I hope you have fun. What are you gonna go watch? That sounds like fun, whatever it is. Maybe it's just me being reminded at times I didn't think or even know about things like Palestine. Wait, what? Why? Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did I read in a childlike voice? I'm just a teacher. You're a teacher? I don't think you've ever mentioned that. Yeah, see? Exactly. No one knows. It's a very well-guarded secret. It's not like it's my reason for living. It is. Ah, it was the shoes one. Okay, then why were you... Ah, oh, you're talking about Palestine as like a referential thing. Okay, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
I'm still waiting for those notes.
No, Neria, we're not getting the notes. We're talking to the Archmage. Is this the Archmage?
There are few places where one can.
Oh no, that's Finis Gestor. Hi.
The incident in Morthal was just a misunderstanding, no matter what the guards claim.
All right. Are we doing Dulagash's voice? Because this is what he sounds like. So, you posted a notice about some... Hang on, I need some water. Wait. You posted a notice about some missing apprentices.
Ah, that, yes. The group prior to yours has disappeared entirely. It's possible that there was less than the necessary amount of oversight. That's still being looked into. But we've had no contact with them for quite some time now. Arniel wondered if perhaps they'd somehow managed to get themselves lost in the Outer Realms. But I think that's giving them too much credit.
Well, how long have they been missing?
I hadn't really considered it in terms of time. I suppose it's been at least a month.
Seems weird.
Let me think. What were they working on? As I recall, Ysra was trying to improve flame cloak spells to better work in Skyrim's harsh environment. Elos Tai was practicing illusion spells. She was having trouble with the calm spells, I believe, but only ever worked with skeevers. And then there's Borvir and Rundi, twins, though they rarely agreed on anything. Those two boys were obsessed with mead, convinced they could concoct something to compete with Honningbrew. Something about using frost magic to chill the mead for a certain period of time. I felt it was a waste, but the Archmage let them proceed.
Dare you apply such a thing?
Why are you overreacting?
Now, if you'll
I was going to ask if the two of you are collaborating on research.
I guess we're heading down to the Midden again.
We have been working on something.
MJ being a teacher is not a story the Jedi would tell you. You should never avoid being socialist. I mean, what? Okay, so who goes where? Southeast stair. Ah, floor 6, Hall of the Archmage. We're going up. Up we go. Right. Here we go. Wait, private collection. No, not yet. Up to the Hall of the Archmage. Whoa! Ah! Okay, here we go. Right, hello. Whoa, this is the Hall of the Archmage? Cool. Wow. Dulugash feels like he's stepped on hallowed ground right now.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several. You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
No, we haven't met.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
Clear. I won't be a problem. I'm just here for my own self-improvement. Listen, I'm here to speak to you about Saarthal. We went there. It was a ruin, and something happened.
Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
Can we define purposeful? Yeah, accidentally is fine.
We found some sort of orb. Tolfdir wanted you to see it. I think he's downstairs waiting for you.
I see. I trust that Tolfdir will provide a more specific explanation.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's apparently occupied, and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Oh, Staff of Mage Light. Cool. Okay, hitting the books. Speak with Mirabelle. Okay. What do we got here? A Staff of Mage Light. Hell yeah. Okay. So, we still need to sell some stuff. So we're gonna go into town. I think Dulugash is prepping for like a mission. Because, yeah, we gotta sell some stuff. There's a lot of stuff here that's like, we gotta work on. Yeah, like, I think these are all stuff we're just keeping. If I read this... Are we in Frostfall yet? Hold on. Yeah, we are in Frostfall. Okay, on the 20th of Frostfall, we gotta look up at the sky and there'll be a sighting, a meteor sighting.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
What if I'm making a fireball spell and someone just happens to be inside the radius? Never mind that it was someone I don't like. Just how many apprentices have been incinerated recently? I don't want to know. This place is pretty frequent with that stuff, I'm sure. You want the official or unofficial number? Mirabelle? Ah! What about Mirabelle?
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
Yeah. Crystal. We're good. Okay. What about Mirabelle?
There you are.
Oh.
I've been trying to find you. I just wanted to let you know that Ankano's been asking about you. I think he's looking for you.
Okay, so despite the fact that the wall is talking to me, this makes Dulugash freeze.
Why would he be looking for me?
I'm not sure. Just, well, mind what you tell him, all right?
Is there a problem?
No. Well, I don't think so. Between the two of us, there are rumors about it. That this advisor position he has is a sham, an excuse. That what he's really doing is spying for the Thalmor, trying to feed them information. Whether it's true, I can't say. But it never hurts to be a little suspicious, does it?
Thanks. Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome.
Oh, shit, I can tell you. Listen, since you... Hang on, I can't talk to you through this wall. Just give me a second.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard, I suppose. Still, there's always room for improvement.
Feralda, since you helped me, I thought I should tell you that there's another here, near here. She wanted me to steal your notes.
She what? Oh, I should have known she'd try it again. Thanks for warning me. I'll see to it this is taken care of.
Oh, also...
Certainly a few of my colleagues aren't quite as talented as I'd like to believe.
Can you, do you have anything to trade?
So, you wish to master the arcane?
Okay, so here's what we're going with. So officially, only 13 students have been incinerated in the past 6 months. However, you could technically count Benjamin and Greg as they weren't incinerated by fire, but rather lava. It's very in-depth, I like it. Right, I'm thinking of selling things. This is an amazing staff. I'm absolutely not selling it. This is Mage Light, which doesn't really... I don't think Dulugash would need this, to be honest. He would definitely be selling this back to her. So, yeah, I think we can sell that. That's fine. That's not a problem. I don't need the Mage Light one. This stuff we're all wearing. This necklace, like, holy shit. Wait, do we have a... We don't have a necklace on right now. This necklace of recharging is amazing for magic items. It just recharges them automatically. This one, I don't really know what it does. It says it's magical, but we don't really know what it does yet. So are you good? Okay. So we're going to keep that. Then we've got some scrolls. I don't usually... I have Bone Spirit already, I'm pretty sure. So... Oh, wait, no, I don't. I don't. But I think... Oh, jeez, these scrolls. I'll use them in emergencies. It's fine. Okay, then we've got this one, which I've read already. I might as well just trade that with her. Ah, the Lessons of Vivek. Very good. Also, a Dragon Cult tablet. Absolutely not selling. Not selling the Atronek Forge. I have just learnt this, so I will not be... Wait, have we? Have we learnt this? Hold on. Wait a second. Don't move. Restoration. Turn undead. Turn lesser undead. Okay, we do have that one.
Pleasure.
Okay, great.
Mirabelle is a fine
Okay.
child. Unfortunately, it's been
Oh my
so
god.
long
No.
since
There we go.
spells and incantations
Okay.
for those with the talent to cast them.
Cool. So we can actually sell this one. Weird Writ of Sealing. I don't know if that's a good thing to do. Okay. Got some ink and stuff. Right. I would like to buy... I have 5 inkwells. We need more. Because I need to... Oh my god, that's expensive. Okay, well, I do have enough. So, yeah, I need them for spellcrafting. Okay, let's see what kind of... spell book she has right now. Wow. Okay. So the first one... Arctic Blast. Freezing wind that does 17 points of frost damage per second to health and stamina. Cool. Okay. Then we've got Creeping Cold. And after 6 seconds, freezes the target for 70 damage. That's dope. Dragon's Teeth ignites all targets doing 5 damage for 4 seconds. On death, the ground burns for 17 damage. Interesting. Oh, a Rune of Fire. Okay, we got runes. Fracture. A layer of thin ice deals 5 damage to health and stamina for 3 seconds. The ice shatters for 41 damage when struck by a different frost spell. Cool. It's like a little combo. That'd be really interesting. Then we got a Frost Rune. Ice Spike, of course. Inferno attunes the caster to fire, equipping the Ember Bolt spell for up to 15 seconds. Wow. Very cool. Lightning Grasp. Forked lightning that does 17 points of shock damage per second to health and magicka. A Lightning Rune. A Rift Bolt deals 23 shock damage to health and half that, and teleports the target backwards. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I know Taldam Scorcher. I know Thundercrack. Thundercrack is a great, like, get away from me kind of thing. Okay, so I think if we go here, I don't really care about this stuff, even though this is really good. Like, wow, there's a lot of cool stuff here. What I think I should get is... What hood do I have? I have a Novice Mage hood. An Adept Mage hood would be really good, but I don't have the money for any of this. Yeah, this is wild. I don't have any money for this. Not if I want more spells. Oh, Welling Blood. Whoa, that's really interesting. Okay. Reduces movement speed and attack damage by 4% each second. Ooh, wait, I think I might have Withering. Okay. So what I like from this is Rift Bolt is really good. Thundercrack is also really good. And I think I'm very interested in Inferno. Fracture is really cool too, especially considering Ice Spike exists, but I don't have enough gold for that. So I'm going to keep gold for myself for now.
Until next time.
And we'll do that. Did you save today? Oh, thank you, Neil. Thank you very much. I need to do that. Always good to save. Wait, is that necklace a vanilla item or a mod item? The model, I believe I thought the model was a modded item, but it is actually a vanilla. Like, oh, you mean the recharging necklace? I think the recharging is a modded item. I'm pretty sure. Ah, we have Jerik's Amulet Fragment. That's it. Magic skills are 10% more effective and increase 10% faster. See, that's incredible. That I've got to keep, you know. I've got to keep it. But I think if I'm going to equip a magical item, I'll need the, I will need the amulet. So, how about... Yeah, so it would be like, yeah, wear the necklace, okay, and then and then add the Iron Sword of Jolts, and then swing it a little bit. Okay. And then go grab the Nordic Dagger of Reaping. Okay. And then grab the staff. Whoa, Jurik's Blessing added. Oh, if I have his amulet and his thing, I get a blessing? Cool, let's check this. Jurik's Blessing. I have additional magicka and enhanced magicka regeneration while holding the staff of Jurik Golderson. Damn! So what's my magic turn into then? Whoa, 278. Okay, I think I'm just gonna keep this one then, because that looks great. I want to try and... You know what we should do? We should go downstairs and let's test this out.
Need something?
I love that we can walk like this. This is also a mod, by the way, like that I can walk like this. Okay. Awesome. Give me this. Yes, please. Yes, please. Good. Okay. Then I think we could, like... Yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, Crackle makes like the fire and stuff. Love that. Very good. All free, by the way. This is if it's a novice spell, it doesn't cost me anything. Yeah, so that should be regenerate. Yeah, look at that. On the bottom you can just see it regenerating. Very cool. Very cool. I like this. Okay. So wait, I didn't sell everything, did I? Oh no, she wouldn't take everything. Okay. All right, we'll wait till this is fully regened and then we'll and then we will maybe try like this is enchanting. I need an alchemy table. There we go. Here's some alchemy. Okay. So there's some ingredients. Just kind of... Yeah, I just kind of want to experiment a little bit. So let's try that. Just, Ooh! Oh, wow. Okay, let's go with this one. Nope. Then... Oh, we've done that already. Ooh! Okay, that didn't work, alright. Interesting, we have a bunch of new magical effects now. Oh, and also, I'm feeling a bit thirsty. So I should have some water. Oh, I have an empty water skin. I gotta go fill that. Okay. Alright, cool. We are looking for the students in the Midden, but I think it would be better now to get some sleep. Because it is currently 10 o'clock at night. Shit. We gotta go.
I need your help with something. Something private.
If you have a moment, could you help me with something?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why does everyone need help? I don't want...
We shouldn't have been disturbing
I don't want it. I don't want it.
no matter what you found down there.
No, I want my room. Just take me to my room. Okay.
We shouldn't have been disturbing Saarthal, no matter
Oh my
what
god.
you found down there.
Everyone wants me. No, I don't want to be popular, please. Don't do this to me. Okay, let's get some... Oh my goodness.
Zargo continues to struggle with words. You have time to practice?
Maybe later?
Okay. Yeah, we've got some stuff that we can sell.
Am I sort of busy now?
I'm thinking like...
You hesitate because you know Cesargo will be better than you. Very well.
Okay. It is time to sleep. I think we should keep the stuff that we've got right now, because as much as Dulugash wants to like hit the books and stuff like that, I think his journey to Saarthal kind of made him a little bit more wanderlusty, like he wants to go out and explore things. So I think he's going to go and find Shalador's writings. I think that'll be his thing. He's going to search for the mages. He's going to search for the apprentices later. But I think his main thing is going to be finding Shalador's writings. Like, books are his thing, you know? And I think we might also want to look at where this is on the map. Oh boy. Wait, so where are we now? Oh, that's Solitude. Oh boy, this is huge. We're going literally across country. Okay. Oof. Yeah, see if the a little bit of a problem there. If the apprentices are missing, then yeah, he's got other priorities. Okay. Then I'm gonna reorganize then. I think he'll look for the apprentices first. And then maybe we'll hit the books as well. Why not? Alright, you know what? We're reorganizing priorities. It's fine. There's a very purry, very hungry little man on my knee. I gave him a lot of treats like 10 minutes ago, but of course he wants more. I would very much like to sleep myself. Shopping exhausts me. I need to sleep too. I really, really do. Okay, so since we're not going out and selling stuff yet, I think it might be good to put things back. So for now, we can put back the bow, the staff, have a dagger just for a backup, and the arrows as well. Put those back. I think that's for... Oh, Jesus Christ. Can I equip that again? Notebook, please. Okay. Then we've done the Necklace of Recharging, that's fine. I want to equip his Amulet Fragment now for magical skills. Right, what else goes in here? I believe... Yeah, the Dragon Bone and Dragon Scales. I also believe my backpack goes in here. And I think... yeah, I think the backpack goes in here. Okay, let's put that in. And the travel stuff, yeah. So the traveling cloak and stuff, maybe? Don't I have a... I mean, I have a closet. Maybe the backpack should go in there. Yeah. Anyway, we can put that in there, put that in there. Put in all the satchels and stuff, like... the notebook we can keep. The bandolier we'll put back in there. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. We have the notebook still on us. Yeah, we got a travel satchel as well, like on the side, which is always good. We got to keep our spell components and such. I do like that I have a staff on my back now. That's pretty cool. Then we also have... I think we can take away the... Oh, Jesus, of course. Of course. Oi. Wait. Does that mean we can't do anything now? We can't pick up a thing? Okay, whoa. We're gonna have to, like... Alright, activate the bookshelf. Let's see what we can put here. I can place 5 more books on this shelf. This one. This one. And none of the others because they're just... Ah, this one maybe. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice. Okay. Then what goes in here? I caved and gave him more treats. Amazing. Alright, so amulets go here. We don't have any amulets. Books that I've read, that like letters and stuff. Okay. I think... Yeah, Cassia's Plea, Haran's Journal, Writ of Sealing. I think that's stuff. Wait a minute, I haven't read the Writ of Sealing. What? What do you mean? Let's read that shit. What does it say? Oh! Oh, be bound here, Jirik. It's something I found at Saarthal. Murderer, betrayer, condemned by your crimes against realm and lord, May your name and your deeds be forgotten forever, and the charm which you bear be sealed by our ward. Okay. Okay, that seems like it's important to the Mages Guild, like, main quest, so I'm going to keep that there. And for this one, I'm going to put the Atronak Forge manual there. Just so that it can kind of sit there, and no one can see it. Please ignore the Oblivion rune on it. Bro, don't ever watch a movie in front row. I don't know. Why would you do that? No, definitely not. Definitely never do that. Okay. We got soul gems as well. Oh, we got like branches and bandages and stuff. Ugh. Okay. The soul gems and stuff, I think we can just put everything in there. Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Right, now what do we need in there? I think this is... all of this stuff is for, like, injuries, which we're not going to take right now, so... Oh, cool, we can pick things up again. Okay. So... yeah, I'm going to put that in there. Wait, what does the coarse black robe give me? Does it give me magicka? Ah, yeah, magic resistance, okay. Only once I'm traveling. Once I'm traveling. But I think for now, this chest would be really good at taking my miscellaneous stuff. So, like, the tent, the branches, the bandages, yeah. The leather strips, the alcohol, the needle and thread. Yeah, all this stuff we're gonna... the wood shavings, okay. All this stuff is good for, like, fire, but we're not gonna craft any fires. So this is good. Then... I need to fill up the freaking water skin, so we need to go and get some from there. Let's, oh, everyone's sleeping because it's 11 o'clock. I wonder if... yeah, this lighting is fine, right, chat? Can you see everything? Is it all good? There's a cooking station here somewhere I'd like to make use of, if they'll let me. There we go. But for some reason, it takes ages to, like... It passes time in a very weird way. You know, call Bethesda games shallow all you want, but at least they feel like real lived-in worlds. I'm telling you, I love Bethesda games for this reason. Their sandboxes are just amazing. I love the worlds that they make. They're so cool. I don't care what people say about blandness. I think I'm such a believer in making your own fun. This is what we're doing right now. We're literally just kind of living. We're living another life in here, and it's so calming, and it's just great. I just love it. I love just kind of sitting here and vibing, you know? Okay, so can we get a better water skin? Is that a thing? Can we get a water skin? It requires a dirty water skin. What happened to the... Yeah, see, it gives me, like, stuff. It's just weird. Oh, you need to stand in water to refill your bottles. Okay. That doesn't count as water, does it? So I need to stand in water to craft this? Okay, well, I don't have any water around me, so I guess I'm just making a jug. Yeah, you see what I mean? 8 minutes have passed. To do what, my dude? Oh. Ah, so I can make water first and then fill up a water skin. Great. Okay. And I'll grab the rest too. Very nice. It is now almost 1 o'clock. Okay, so we can go now. We can do... oh, we need some food. So we can go sit down and have some. There should be a table we can sit down at here. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Well, we can have some goat cheese, some bread. Add some tomatoes for that. Yeah, that should be okay. Get some bread going. with some cheese. Where's my water? Bro, don't tell me, where did my water go, dude? I mean, this is the water skin, I get that, but where did the actual water go? Oh, this makes no sense. Did I drop it? Because was it too heavy? Is that what they stopped me from doing? Also, how's my... Okay, so my hunger is fine. Wait. It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah, did you, like, drop the jug or something? Yeah, we dropped the jug. Oh my god! We can't carry any more bottles? What do you mean? We literally... Oh, we have potions we need to get rid of. Okay. That does make sense. Okay, so... I'm quite happy to go and get rid of that. Gonna get rid of some potions. Okay. Is this my room? This is not my room. This is my room. Dulugash, yes. Okay, we do need... It really sucks the candles don't, like, impact nicely. I think it's because the... So, remember, I have a bunch of mods all working with each other. And the lighting mods need to work in all the interiors. Unfortunately, the lighting mods here are applied to textures that are modded as well. And they didn't kind of play nice together. So that's just unfortunate. It's an inevitability. We're always going to run into problems. When we get into more like vanilla locations, because remember the whole college has been overdone with, like overhauled with this mod. So, yeah, that's one of the reasons. Okay, I don't know what I did with the rest of the potions. Like, what where did I put the potions? Was there a drawer here? Could I put them here? I could not. Maybe they were in here. You have thousands of bottles in your seemingly dimensionally transcended rucksack. No, you say that, but like, I don't. I don't have a big rucksack. It is just kind of stuffed in there. Granted, I do have quite a lot of bottles. Like, that is a lot. But bear in mind, the potion vials are like very tiny ones. They're not big bottles. I think I'm going to need like none of this for now. So I get to put all of this back. So we're going with maybe this one because, yeah, fear. Yeah, I think all the weak ones, like, I can just kind of put back. Standard stuff is good. The stable one is also good. I don't care about that for now. We don't care about that one either. Or that one, or that one, or that one, and that one. These ones we can keep. Okay, great. I should be able to go and grab my freaking water jugs now. Also, it's now almost 3 in the morning? What is happening? Why did that take so long? God. Can we grab the jugs of water yet? Jug of water. Yay, it works. Where's the other one? I made 2. I know I made 2. You will not... Hold on. This is another mod that I'm... Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Cool. Right, so now I have the water. I can now drink from the jug of water that has 5 out of 8 servings. My thirst is quenched. Look at that. Hey, everything's good. Now at 3 a.m., I shall go to bed. Excellent. I'm somehow like 10 minutes behind on the screen. Time to pop myself in 2 times speed and catch up. I might be reading your chat late, so yeah, it probably isn't you. It might be, but I've been known to just ignore for a while because I get immersed in the lore of like what's going on. Right, we're gonna have a quick bath. Actually, no, it's fine. I'm too lazy. Dulugash is too lazy to bath. He's had a long day. He's going to bed. Okay. We ready? Here we go. 6 hours, up at 10. The most unrealistic thing about Skyrim is the fact that when you tell your character to sleep for 8 hours, they do. Okay, we are a bit peckish. We're going to need to eat a little bit. I see, it is literally always dark in here.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
Oh, that's on Kano.
Nice. I came all the way to
Yeah,
Skyrim just to get away
Dulugash
from
sees
my
him,
family's expectations.
and he just wide birth. Just immediate wide birth.
Need something?
Just not happening. He does not want anything to do with that, with the Altmer at all. Wants literally nothing to do with him. Okay, let's stand here and just kind of... We get some water. We can grab more of the goat cheese. And... yeah, everything is good. Great. Right, we're doing some research, but we're also searching for the students. So I think...
Excuse me, Enter.
I think that we should look for the... I think we should try looking for the students. So, for this one, we're going to be favoriting as we go. So I think what I'm going to need is... I should be... I don't want to favorite everything because then nothing is favorited. You know what I mean? All these powers are very important to favorite. Like, they absolutely are.
Might I have a moment?
But I think... yeah, let's see if there's anything that I... Oh, that's building a campfire. Wait a minute.
I was wondering...
Cancel placement. There we go. Okay, but I can go to, like the magic stuff, and there's command followers, fill bottles, forage, harvest wood, instincts, primitive clothing, cooking, sorry, sense direction, spellcrafting, trance, take a peek, taxonomy, treat wounds. We're gonna go to weather sense as like my main thing.
Procure a few select
Okay.
items for me.
Right.
Really, Arnie?
I don't care what's going on down here. It is 10 o'clock almost. May I ask how long this stream is going to be? This stream will be another 45 minutes, I think, because I am pretty tired. Usually I go to bed at about 1, so it could be. I caught up as you read that out. I had it in 2 times for a couple minutes, and it went back to normal exactly as you read it. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so here we are. It's a good morning. It's time to practice magic. Oh, we have blood all over us. Okay, hold on. We're definitely washing. You know what? Dulugash has no time. He's gonna wash in the snow. We're just gonna smack snow on us. And we're just gonna... Don't mind us. I'm just gonna splash snow on me and rub it off that way. And I'm gonna use a warm spell to get rid of that. Come on, Dulugash. I woke up at like 3 a.m. today, so if it weren't 3 p.m., I'd just zonk out right now. Alright, there we go. We're all clean. And also, I think we should start favoriting some things. So, alteration. If we are looking for the students in the Midden, we're going to need candlelight. We're going to need oak flesh, just in case. We're going to need wither. Okay. And we might as well equip candlelight in the left hand for now. Then... Oh, also, I should equip the... I should favorite the staff, because it's really good. Then, anything else? We're not going to be cold, so don't worry about that. No courage, necessarily. We might need Dispel Magic. Yeah. We won't need any of this. Okay. Ooh, Draining Touch. Eldritch Blast. We're gonna need, Wait, we have Ice Spike. Why did I buy that? Interesting. Oh well. We'll grab Lightning Bolt and Ice Spike, and then we'll grab Frostbite and Flames for, like, something easier. Then, of course, we're going for Familiar and Flame Atronak and Avenging Wraith. And then we are a Conjuration Mage, so Azure Reconstruction would be pretty good too. Okay, then this is Restoration. So We're not gonna... I don't know if we're fighting undead. We just need normal healing. Maybe lesser ward would be good. And that's it. Okay, great. So we have a few favorites. For now, let's keep Candlelight on. And we can... Let's go search the Midden for these apprentices. So, one of them was trying to do frost magic. The other one was flame cloak. The one beyond that was... Yeah, I can't exactly remember. Also, if I'm using the staff, I'm going to need the necklace of recharging. And we're going to need to... Yeah, the problem is... I mean, look at that. 10% more effective and increased 10% faster. That's awesome for that. I think I'm going to need to wear this. I think I have to wear this. I don't know if this is going to, like, specifically... If I keep it equipped and then change out the necklace, maybe it will work. Let's test it, shall we? Let's test it. I really hope it works, but let's see. I'm going to do some testing and see if this works. Okay. Okay, so that definitely had a change. Now, let's re-equip the necklace of recharging and see if that actually recharges. Oh! No ways. Bro, that went up. That went up, I'm so sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's recharging. How far does it go? All the way to the top? Oh my god, it does. That is fantastic. So as long as I don't unequip the staff before I change the necklace out, we'll be fine. That's fantastic. Okay. Just poked my head out my door, and my cat was slap bang in the middle of the landing, on his back in full-on paint me like one of your French girls mode, cleaning his belly. Hey, John's here. What's up? Asking an usher to ush doesn't work. John, the verb is usher, and it's a noun as well. Hey, lol. I nearly read lolly, which is not the same thing. 7505. Hello, lol 7505. When do you think the Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out? I don't know if you've seen the leak, but I think there should be a remake of Skyrim 2024, and then 25-26 Elder Scrolls 6. If they decide to come out with another version of Skyrim, I'm gonna laugh. It's gonna be so funny. Like, we know they just come out with Skyrim again and again and again and again. It's crazy. But yeah, when is... I have no idea when Elder Scrolls 6 is going to come out, unfortunately. Like, will I be playing it? Abso-freaking-lutely. But I don't actually know. Does this follow me, by the way? Yes, it does. Excellent. Okay. We should be okay. I want to be searching... Hang on. We're searching the Midden for clues and then locate the missing college students. Okay. Old Midden Key. I have explored a lot of this place already. Wait, is it telling me where to go? Oh, no, it's... That's strange. There is a forge here, which is very interesting. Ooh, there's a locked door. This is a... Oh. Interesting. Okay. The Midden Dark. Alright, let's make sure we've explored the rest of this area before we go into a place called the Midden Dark, shall we? Now, we have explored the Midden before. Like, we have been here. But I think... Yeah, we're looking specifically for clues relating to the... Yeah, specifically looking for clues related to the missing apprentices. Okay, let's see if we can... Why are there... Okay, see, I knew about this. Like, we found this circle, but there were not these lanterns before. Like, someone else has been here since I was here. A deconstruction sigil. Write notes. Ah, notes will use the school of the book on the desk and the principle of the inkwell on the desk. Activate them to switch. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so this is like a spellcrafting table. Wow. Activate the circle to attempt to reverse engineer the item, staff or scroll in your right hand. Okay. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. Staff imbuer. Craft a scroll. Okay, so this is making a scroll from a magical effect. Very interesting. I like that. Oh, my bad. I think it should be official remake of Oblivion. Oh! I mean, actually, an official remake of Oblivion would be pretty cool. I actually... Listen. Okay, so if I'm... Like, in all seriousness... The era of remakes should die. Like, we should be looking for more original stuff. Bethesda should be working on improving their engine before doing any more games. And I say this as someone who really enjoyed Starfield. But it is still using their same old engine that they've used sort of since Oblivion still. So it's very obvious that they desperately need an update. And, but having said that, I'm not like... Wait, was that an enemy? No, we're good. Having said that, I still very firmly would... yeah, having said that, I still believe that remakes need to die. I still really enjoy the possible existence of an Elder Scrolls 4 remake, because I freaking loved Oblivion. Also, I wanted to ask, have you played Starfield? From what I've seen, it looked decent with some mistakes Bethesda does in every game, but I've seen many people hated it. What did you think about it? I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it. I really did. I think I have... I've just said that I played Starfield, but I really enjoyed Starfield. I felt that... I think my biggest... the biggest sort of... my favorite thing about Starfield was the Bethesda stamp of making their worlds feel lived in was amazing for me. Everything, the level of immersion that I could have, it was a classic Bethesda game in the good way and the bad way. So in the bad way, in the sense that they don't really have an engine that is new, they're still using the old engine that they used to make Fallout, and in that sense it's just not up to scratch with like what modern gaming should be, in my opinion. Still, the actual gameplay, great. The way the game feels, super cool. The writing, really nice. But I think the best thing about Starfield is also the best thing about every other Bethesda game I've played, and that is you get to make your own fun. The game does not tell you what kind of fun you should be having. You get to just make whatever fun you like, and the game has it just has a sandbox for you to play in. I freaking love it. I did not go into this game expecting... I didn't go into this game expecting that I would just be able to point my ship at a planet and go to it like No Man's Sky, because I love No Man's Sky as well. I didn't expect that, so I wasn't disappointed. And I think that a lot of people had way too high expectations for the game and therefore were disappointed. But my absolute favorite thing about Starfield was making my own fun in it. And I had a really, really good time. The main quest was very compelling for me. I thoroughly enjoyed when everything just started to... all hell broke loose and things like that. However, what I will say is everything that was described regarding the main quest and the sort of central faction side quests and things, it felt like I was getting an introduction to all of it. And there could have been, especially with the main quest, you know what, thinking back on it, It was okay. Do you know what, I'd rather put it this way. They really set themselves up for some killer DLC. That's kind of what I more want to talk about. Like their sorry, the days passing me by while I talk about Starfield. The DLC for this game is going to be great. Soon, like recently, there was like a really big update as well. But yeah, and by the way, I never played Fallout before I played Starfield, which I think might have also been a really big boon to me, like a big advantage, because I don't know what the Fallout games play like. So, despite being a voice actor on an upcoming Fallout mod expansion for Fallout 4, I've never played a single Fallout game. I know what it's about, but not having had that experience, I think, gave me an advantage in enjoying the Starfield experience, because I've never had something like Fallout before. Lol, it's been super nice to have you here. I've been streaming for like, this is my second year, and I'm here 4 times a week. I'm soon to be here more than 4 times a week when my job is finished. That's in like 3 weeks' time. And yeah, it would be super cool to have you here. You can check out the schedule if you go to the link. I think in the description there's a link to my main page is a Patreon link, but the money doesn't go to me, it goes to the community. Like, we fund each other, we like fund our own sort of fun projects and side things and stuff, so it's not really my money, but it does explain everything that I try to do there. But if you'd like to stick around and be part of our community and like chat games and anything else with us, I do more than games. I do music and education and politics and all that stuff. You can join the Discord if you want to. We're a pretty good bunch over there. It would be really nice to have some new to have a new face in there. Okay, I've decided that Ile Saint-Tremer, name subject to change, will be inspired by the mythos around Mont Saint-Michel and the sunken cathedral. Incredible. Great idea. In my world, imagine having a literal cathedral citadel remain dormant underneath the sea and then rise up every now and then. Might be a magic university too. That's so sick. I would read the shit out of that. You should definitely do that. The funny thing is, hold on. The funny thing is, Starfield was made with an upgraded version of their engine. Really? I watched a whole video where it said it wasn't. It said they were still working on like the same base engine that they did before. Only thing I know about Starfield is heels versus babyfaces pronoun made down. That was hilarious to me. It was absolutely hilarious. I love that Starfield blessed us with that meme just by just being normal. Just being an RPG. Hey, did you know that if you play an RPG, you can create your own character to be whoever you want? And this dude has a meltdown over it. Crazy. It is the same game, yeah, Alex. This is what I mean. They do their games in a certain way, and it has the same issues, like being lazy to come up with a new engine or having loading screens in their classic tech. Yeah. Like, it is a classic Bethesda game. But here's the cool part. Like, I was really itching for a classic Bethesda game. I really was. So to have Starfield was like, it scratched an itch for me, for sure. If you have played the Bethesda games before, I think you are used to this. Probably many new players tried Bethesda games and expected something else. See, and there's your problem. LOL7505. I don't do expectations. I have learned the way that I handle hype around games and the way that I handle how I get excited about new projects is I don't expect anything. I hope for things, but I realize that anything that I want in a game, there is no reason for it to be there because the developers don't know I exist. They don't know what I want. So they're going to do whatever they want. And I can either be happy with that or play a different game. But there's no point in being disappointed with something that I was expecting. Because how on God's green earth are they going to know what I was expecting? And, you know, the person next to me and the millions of other people who were expecting something. Like, it's so stupid. It really, really is to have this to rely on these expectations so much and then feel so betrayed by a game when really the expectations were yours. Suffered from that for sure. Do you have any info? I've read modders said the game is unfriendly to modding. No idea there. I hope it's not true because in 2 to 3 years if mods come out, Starfield could be the new Skyrim for me. I don't know if there are going to be any mods. Any info on Starfield mods? No. I was talking about Fallout 4 mods. There's a Fallout overhaul mod called Fallout London that I'm a voice actor in, but no, I don't know about any Starfield modding. But if it's the same engine, I'm assuming they will mod the shit out of it. And in which case, I'm going to be finding any mod that turns it into Star Wars. Like any mod. It's literally just an upgraded version. Creation 2 is what it was called. Okay, well, Creation 2 Electric Boogaloo does need an overhaul, I think. That was my problem with Stormhawks. I was expecting an actual story and episodic stuff instead. And that's the problem. So, by the way, when I said stupid, it's just me being... it's streamer brain, right? Like, I'm just yapping. But I think you're definitely not stupid for falling for that, right? Like, if you find yourself getting caught in the trap of expectation, just be aware of it and be like, oh, well, I had an expectation. They have no way of knowing that was it. And, just move on, Agreed 100%. This is why I don't do pre-orders. I buy when the game is out for a time so I can see it in every angle. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think if you are going to pre-order, then you shouldn't complain because you put faith in the game. I think if you're going to get a pre-order, you better find something to enjoy, So I pre-ordered No Man's Sky when it came out. And many people were like, pre-ordering was the biggest mistake of my life. I loved that game when it came out. And still, it was very incomplete, super incomplete. But you know what's interesting? Obviously, the more updates come out, the more amazing it gets. Now, No Man's Sky is an incredible experience, and I urge everyone to play it. It's an incredible space exploration game. It really is point your ship at a planet and you can go there. And everything is super unique. Even though it is based on the same model, it's just very, very interesting. It's just a great game you can kind of get lost in. But also... every single update feels like that was part of their original plan all along, and they were just going to release things like staggered like that. And I'm okay with that, including pieces of the main quest. What I've found about... I will continue this game eventually, by the way. I'm getting super stun locked in this, but what I found was super cool about No Man's Sky is that the new parts of the main quest that came out felt like acknowledgements of things that people complained about in the beginning. Day one of No Man's Sky's release, players thought that they were in a multiplayer universe, even though the game developers never specifically stated that multiplayer would be available at launch and that they intended it to be a multiplayer experience. They intended it to initially be a single-player experience, with multiplayer adding later. They never expected players to be able to find each other. Day one, 2 players stood on the same mountain and couldn't see each other. Slight spoilers for the story, but a few days ago, this is now years after the game has been released, I have been interacting with a character, an NPC in the story, who said something to me. He said, like, we should meet. Like, let me go through a portal and we'll meet finally. And I'm like, yes, let's do this. This is part of the main story. And we're like, okay, we should like send each other our coordinates for where we are. And we send each other the coordinates and it shows the same spot. But we're not there. We're not in the same spot, but we are in the same spot according to the coordinates. And I'm like, we're in different universes. There's a multiverse. Because there is. There's like a multiverse in No Man's Sky. And at that point I was like, maybe that is an in-character, an in-universe explanation for that day one problem that the 2 players ran into when No Man's Sky was released. If that's true, how cool is that? I think that's awesome. I don't do expectations much either. Basically, the only thing I expect is to have fun. Yeah, and guess what? Having fun is up to you. which is why that's a great expectation to have. You get to make your own fun. And if you're not having fun, go have fun somewhere else, because there's always going to be a place to have fun. With that bare minimum expectation, then it's incredibly difficult to be disappointed. Exactly. I guess only time it's reasonable to get mad when you pre-order after the game comes out is when it actually doesn't come out and you find out it was a scam or it's so broke you can't run it on your PC. Yeah, those are very obvious. Those are very obvious reasons to be disappointed, but not for expectations that you had that the development team couldn't possibly know about. Like, that's what I'm talking about. The obvious stuff is obvious. Like, if you don't, if like you said, if the game doesn't work, or if it was a scam or whatever, or if specifically things that the game developers said were in the game weren't in the game, then you could be like, okay, that kind of sucks. But I'm still a big believer of making your own fun. So yeah. Okay, we can finally go into the Midden Dark. Let's search for these damn apprentices. That's why I love Venom 2. That movie sucks, but it knows it sucks, and it's so much fun. That's awesome. Okay, so... Why? See that? Why? Why are their skeletons arranged in a circle? This does not look good. I'm grabbing a thing. Hold on. We're gonna just conjure a familiar there. And, I think we'll go with, we'll go with oak flesh. And we'll head up a lightning bolt just in case. Okay. Hello? Can we move? Can we move, please? There we go. Oh, oh god. Oh, Jesus. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. That's an ice wraith. I knew they were... Oh, go familiar. That's awesome. You're doing great. Okay, I'm missing with this. Oh my god. Hit. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Oh, go, go, go! Holy shit, this familiar just killed the ice wraith. That was awesome, dude. Great job. Good job, boy. Good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy. Wait, does that... Did I just pet... Dude, I pet the dog. You pet the dog. Oh, I love mods. I love mods so much. Mods are great. Okay, can we climb, or are we stuck down here now? I think we can climb. Yeah, we're good. We can climb. Okay. Oh. Oh my. My wolf said bye. Okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna summon him again because that was great. Come here. There was a chest I found here. Okay. Alright, so I want to know why there was a ritualistic organization of bones at the entrance to this place. Oh. Come on. Take him down, please. Oh. Okay, goodbye. Come on, go again. Go again. Take it out, take it out. There are two of them. Okay, we're going for, flames always work best against spiders, don't they? Seems like a good thing, right? We're gonna just oak flesh myself up. Oh my god, the wolf is doing so great. Alright, let's go. Goodbye. Burn, 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 burn. Yeah, there we go. Can we go back? Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Extract venom, harvest ingredients. I think we will extract venom. Lovely. Now we can search. Anything else in there? Spider silk. Grab some of that. You playing Khajiit? I'm playing Orc. I'm playing an Orc. My friend, I think, you know what's great with Spider? A really big shoe. Yeah, we want more venom from you. So... Oh. Wait, can we... Why are you not lighting, Lantern? What's happening, huh? Ah, there we go. That works. Okay, okay, that's better. Yeah, so LOL7505, this was actually intended to be an in-character run of the game. Oh. I can hear them moving around. I can hear them moving around. This was intended to be... Oh, Skeever! This tells us, because this is actually a clue. We said that they said the students were working on it with Skeevers, so maybe they were here. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so I was intending for this to be an in-character run, so I will often sort of speak in character as I speak with the character, but basically he has a whole backstory. Dulugash has been Dulugash is the name of the character, Dulugash Gramagak, and he comes from Cyrodiil. And I had a mod. I'm running about 900 mods on this right now. It took me ages to get it to work, but it works pretty seamlessly. And Dulugash comes from Cyrodiil. So I started in Bruma, this game, with Beyond Skyrim Bruma, the mod. And he was basically fleeing his old mages guild, which we established as he kind of talked to people through the world. It's like a solo roleplay adventure. And he basically, all he wants is to get away from the mages in Cyrodiil, and so he found the College of Winterhold in Skyrim, where they allow all magic, which is unlike the Cyrodiilian mages right now. They've outlawed conjuration and necromancy, and Dulugash wants to try conjuration, so he can now do that in the college in peace. And yeah, he's very young, and he has a whole backstory. Like we planned it out and everything, and we plan on revealing things as we go. But I don't really play this often, so it's kind of evolved. Now it's become more of just a chilled half in character adventure where we just try and very, very cool. So yeah, I need to hop off for now. Oh, sorry, if you're gone already, then bye, Rain. Klaus is back and wants more treats. Oh, your cat's name is Klaus. I forgot that. How many times have you played Skyrim? Jesus, I don't know, dude. I got it at release when I was... Came out in 2011. I'm 27 now. 2024. So... What was that? What was that? 13 years ago? Yeah. So I was like 14. 13, 14, yeah. I played it since launch. Yeah. I think I had like 16 gigabytes of mods at one point. Jesus. I think that's about right, yeah. I think I have... I don't know how big the mod... Like, I haven't checked how big they actually are. But I know that they are... I know that it's almost... I think it's 897 mods. Yeah. Okay, now why are there so many spiders down here? Go away, webs. Oh, damn, there's like a whole... Okay. Some empty wine bottles here. Okay, before we go up the stairs, let's check out the other areas. That doesn't go away. That doesn't go away either. Webs are too thick. Okay, I guess we're just... If I check the map... Yeah, okay, we're going up. Alright, we're going to finish the stream soon. I've been stun-locked quite a lot by talking about No Man's Sky. Oh, also, I figured out we're fighting frostbite spiders, so I should probably take away the frost and get some flames. Yeah. Get some firebolt going. Also, why are these... Yeah, we gotta redo these. Let's go with 2... 3, 4 for maybe I don't have sparks. Flames. 4 for flames. 5 for healing. 6 for my familiar. 7 for oak flesh. Okay, great. We good? What's happening here? Is everyone okay? You know what? I'm a mage. I need to scout this out. Can we get a ghost walk going? Do I have ghost walk? I do have ghost walk, but it's over here. Go to illusion. There we go. Oh, shite. I need to equip the amulet. And then hopefully it regens. Oh, it did. Okay, thank God, thank God, thank God. We're regenning this as we go. Okay, cool. Alright, do I have the... I still have the necklace on, right? Yeah. Oh no, I don't have the necklace. Shit! Hang on. I clicked the wrong necklace to equip. Does this recharge as we go? Come on, buddy. Recharge. Oh, it does it anyway. So it programs like literally the first time you equip it. And then it'll recharge as you go. That's really cool. Wow, that's great. Okay. Up, up, and away, Whip. Okay, we're going Ghost Walk because we need to scout out this area, so... Hang on. We haven't saved in a while. Let's do that. Okay. Here we go. Skeletons. How long is that supposed to be for? 12 seconds. Okay. Alright, we sneaking. We sneaking. If I turn that on, the lantern disappears. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Oh. Can you hear the skeletons? Where are they? I can't see them. Okay. I can hear Draugr too. This is very, very creepy. Great sound design for the mods, by the way. Oh, there he is. See him up ahead there? Let's get a firebolt going, and this should be good. Oh yeah. That's a kill. Very nice. Oh. See anything. Is there a stealth? Can we go invisible? No, we don't have an invisibility spell yet. Okay. I would love to use Wither though. Come on, baby. Oh. Yeah. Okay, we did it. And now, since he's going to be very, very easy to kill, we can just... Go! Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Come on, kill him. Okay. Dulugash is okay. I suddenly feel the need to watch Spider-Man 1. That movie is just pure unadulterated camp. I dig Spider-Man 1. I love mods. That's why I love Bethesda games so far. It's like, even if you don't like the base game, you can change it so much. It's great. I agree. I find that mods have really evolved my enjoyment of Skyrim. I already thoroughly enjoyed... Jesus, what happened here? I already thoroughly enjoyed the like Skyrim as it was, like the original of Skyrim. It was incredible. And yet mods have just elevated my enjoyment of it so much. What happened here? Okay, we've got some, oh. Yeah. We've got some stuff here. Midden incident report. The missing students were found in the Midden this morning, dead as expected. None of us bothered keeping a detect life charm for the search at this point. The bodies were found together, each suffering the same deformities. Peeled and bubbling skin on the arms and face. Conjurer's burn, as it's commonly referred to around the college. There's little doubt they were attempting a summoning ritual well beyond their capabilities. The relic nearby put any doubt in this theory to rest, so they tried to summon something, and then the magic fried them. I admit that I've never seen one like it, a large segmented sculpture of a gauntlet, the Daedric symbol for oblivion emblazoned upon the palm. Attempts to move it were in vain. I must show it to Archmage Sadoth during his upcoming visit. Perhaps he will know more. While we couldn't move the relic, I was able to pry 4 rings from it. I'm sure there's a connection between them and the ritual the students were attempting. Inspector Haddish, 4E15. Huh. Artifact Diary Yisra. I cannot believe our luck. We've managed to make contact with the entity in this artifact. It promises us ancient knowledge sufficient to make a name for ourselves in the college. The entity was so thoughtful and warned us of the dangers of performing spells near the Black Hand, as we like to call it. We managed to find the 4 rings along with this journal in a dusty old chest in a forgotten corner of the Arcanium. Once we complete the rituals, the entity says he will be strong enough to tell us more. The entity says we are to perform specific ritual spells in regions outside Winterhold. We've gathered all the spell books and reagents and are ready. All the rituals seem safe. I'm so excited. After talking it over with Rundi, Borvir, and Elas Tay, we're hatching a plan on top of this plan that will allow our new special friend to be even more useful for us. No guts, no glory. I guess that's what happened? Wow. They fucked around and found out, basically. Whoa. So this is it, huh? Okay. Huh. What the hell happened here? What did they try to do? That's what they get. Yeah, I mean, it's mages. Dulugash at this point is looking at this and he's frowning. I don't think it's quite dawned on him that he has also taken risks like this before. What about a black gauntlet with the Oblivion symbol? Sounds safe. Yeah, I know, right? Pretty wild. Huh. Alright, he's gonna chill for a second. And we're gonna have a little bit of food while we're waiting because we are a little bit peckish. Yeah, good and good. Yeah, okay, we're good. Just grab a chunk of bread. Okay. We're definitely saving before we touch this thing. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, I guess. Okay, nothing. Alright, we need the rings. So we didn't get the rings. Alright, so what happened here? Like, what was the... Why do I still hear sounds of creatures? Oh, because there's more up there. Okay. The lighting is amazing, by the way. Like, I really, really enjoy it. Ooh! De Rerum Direnis. Oh, that's so close to a level up. I am 611 years old. That's very cool. I quite like that. Okay, we're looking at conjuration. We're gonna get our friend up here. Okay, so yeah, we did search the Midden for clues. They said they were outside Winterhold doing this. So I wonder if we go to Winterhold, we should find a way. Okay, where goes where here? Oh! Wait a minute. Where does this go? Oh, very interesting. Okay, we're not going to go there yet. This looks like it progresses. Also, yeah, this looks like it just goes back to the beginning. Yeah, it does. This looks like a progression. Let's go here. 600 years. Imagine being 600 years old. Yeah, being born in 1424. As a real human, that's wild. Here, listen, right? These guys have been through thousands and thousands of years of, like, modern history. And magic keeps messing it up by, like... That's the reason why this technology hasn't progressed to our level. Because humans, real people, develop technology much quicker than fantasy people. Because fantasy people generally have magic. And magic generally does two things. Number one, in storytelling devices, magic tends to fight wars. People tend to fight wars over magic, and wars just crush people and bring them back a few technological steps. But the other thing magic does is technology fills needs that people have. And if magic can just fill the need, then you have no need to develop your technology if you could just get a mage to do it. So that is why a lot of technology ends up being slower. But real people, we develop way faster than that. But yeah, in 600 years for real people, you would see way more. You would have seen an incredible amount of stuff. Oh, we need a key for this one. Okay, we don't have a key. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, let's go back here. I think we've reached a dead end. Okay. There we go. This is where we started. Well, everyone did a really great job, I have to say. Yeah, this was a good, this was a good expedition, I think. Yeah. That's a clever idea. Are you referring to my analysis of why magic messes things up? Yeah, it's something that exists in a lot of fantasy media. And this is one of the things that we discuss in this community. We do a lot of media literacy and media analysis. I am also a writer, among many things, and I like to analyze writing, and I like to read things together, and we talk about literacy and analyzing media. It's one of the main things we do here. Like, they are stagnating because they don't have any motivation to improve tech. Yeah, exactly. And by the way, I'm not saying competition improves tech, because I don't think it necessarily does. Not as quickly as collaboration would improve technology. Collaboration, time and time again, we have shown in human history that collaboration is faster. But competition, or collaboration, is at least more effective. And kinder as well. But competition just seems to grant more power to the winner of the competition, which is why we have this idea that competition creates more technology. Do you think there's any other such effect that causes stagnation in terms of improvement of humanity? Well, other than magic? Because I hate to tell you this, but we do not have magic. Yeah, we okay, so search the Midden for clues and then locate the missing students. Can we see? Ah, there we go. Okay, so there is like a quest marker that takes us there. I think Dulugash is not going to search for this. He's doing his homework. He's going to go speak to Mirabelle. But what about Mirabelle? Yes, I am referring to fantasy literature. Oh, okay. So not like real life. Okay, great. Other things that stagnate people in fantasy literature. It depends on the fantasy, of course, but I would say that one of the main stagnations, other than magic itself, would be the scale of war. A lot of fantasy writers like to make wars just big and grand and world wars and all-encompassing, and And while wars do a lot to further war technology, they don't really do much to other technology. We did invent the radio because of a war, but imagine what we could have done if there wasn't a war. The war stagnates a lot more than it creates. And I think the same is true in fantasy. Fantasy ends up with these like cataclysmic world-ending events, even without magic. And that does set the world back quite a few years in technological progress. I'm trying to think. The other thing that I don't know if I can... Magic really is that effective at stagnating a civilization. I think if you had magic, it really wouldn't develop nearly as fast. And I think magic definitely is the key to that. The war thing is applicable to real life as well as fantasy. I think magic is like the key to the fantasy thing. Okay, so where am I going and who am I talking to? I think the last thing I'll do is talk to Mirabelle now that I've gone through the Midden. Hello. And then I'll go on a trip. I'll look for Shalador writings. I want to study some spells as well.
Found this orb in Saarthal.
Yes, yeah, I did.
Certainly making a name for yourself.
This is Dulugash's voice. As Ash said, competition leads to backstabbing and betrayal. That exactly.
Hi, so... This might sound strange, but... What do you know about the Psijic Order?
No more than anyone else, I don't think. They're a very old order. Predated the Imperial Mages Guild by quite a bit. In fact, the Mages Guild was founded in opposition to the idea of the Psijic Order, that only an elite few should have control over magic. No one has seen or heard from them in over 100 years now, though.
100 years. That's not really that long ago. Alright, well, either way, the Archmage asked me to see you about class, some kind of research.
Yes, from what I've heard, I expect Tolfdale will be occupied for some time. That is a problem, isn't it?
He is my teacher.
I suppose someone else will need to look after the apprentices for now.
So, if there's no class, then what should I do?
Well, perhaps it's time for some independent study. Check with Urag Groshab in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of any references to this thing that you and Tolfdir found. I'd like to know as much as we can about it.
You got it.
Okay, we're speaking to Urag. Urag. That's the whitest way possible of saying that. Yeah, so Ash and I were talking about the same thing, competition leading to betrayal. Competition breeds selfishness, and competition inevitably, the point we were making was, if you build a society on competition like we have, what you have is a society that teaches children that even though we must naturally work together in cities and towns and other collections of humans to survive, it is paradoxically also important that we compete against those same people that we're working together with. That's the weird thing. So we've created a society that is based on competition, but competition, at some point, if you are competing against someone, first of all, they're supposed to be someone that you're kind of collectively trying to survive with, so that doesn't make sense anyway. But secondly, the person you're competing against, eventually you're going to find out that building yourself up is not as easy as tearing them down. And while it's better to build yourself up, regardless of any competition, if you winning the competition dictates your success in life, then of course you're going to try and tear them down if that's easier. Because we want to look after ourselves. Because the society has not been built on selflessness. Okay. By the way, I don't understand why in many fantasy literatures there's always the old order, like some emperor dictator, and then there are mages, when they could clearly overpower basic warriors and overthrow the ruler. Do you have any explanation? And the rulers usually don't possess any power, at least from my experience. By power, I'm assuming you're talking about magical power. And in that case, I would ask you to consider what power really means. At the end of the day, power is power. And if you have mages that could like overthrow the world, surely they would be on top, right? But then you have to understand that power is also consent. Think about how we use money, right? In the current world that we live in, money controls almost everything. But the only reason that it does that, the only reason that money is power, is because we have all decided that it is. So, if you live in a fantasy world where the ruler still is considered those who have authority and government and like governmental authority, if everyone agrees that those people should be the most powerful, then they're the most powerful. Even if you have a mage that like could overthrow them if they wanted to, they wouldn't want to, because maybe that mage, if they overthrew the ruler, would be like, I don't know, now I have to rule and I don't want to. Or everyone has this kind of consent, this sort of social contract that the person at the top of the government has the most power, and we should just accept that, like we agree with that. So it really comes down to public consent. And so if the mages, there must be a reason for this, right? So if you're reading a piece of fantasy literature and the ruler doesn't have any magical abilities, but they have mages around them who could very easily topple the government if they wanted to, there has to be a reason why they don't. There's got to be. It can't just be because they don't want to. Either it's a social contract, they've all agreed that this is better, it's better to have it this way, or there are more powerful mages in place who like are world guardians who sort of stop these mages from getting too powerful, getting too big. Or, God, I don't know. You could really just make anything you want as long as there is a reason, because there has to be. Otherwise, they would just take over, right? And this is where you have the possibility for a villain mage who gets powerful enough to be like, you know what, screw this consent system we have. I want to uproot the social order a little bit. And then they do. And then they overthrow the ruler, and the other mages are like, hey, hang on, that's not what we agreed to. And then there's a big war. And that is how these sort of plot lines develop, for sure. So you do, like, it is a very good point. It's an interesting line of thought for you to explore as to why do these people, if they could so easily overthrow a ruler with no magical ability, why wouldn't they? Surely there must be a reason. And then, of course, your job is to find the reason. Because there's got to be one, otherwise it's bad writing. I agree it makes sense, but it's like in every single piece I know, I don't recall any other situation when they overthrow the ruler. But maybe it's only my experience. The only thing I recall is the mages manipulation. The mages manipulate the ruler, but usually they don't fight them. Understand this. If you're a mage, right, if you're someone who has a lot of power, what does power do in a world that constantly looks for it? Power needs to hide. Because if power gets too loud, then everyone else who wants that power is going to gun for it. If this is and here we have yet another reason why this doesn't happen, why leaders don't get overthrown by mages obviously more powerful than them. Because as soon as a mage does that, they put a giant target on themselves for everyone else in the region trying to vie for power and go, hey, wow, we can do that? That's sick. And then you have a war on your hands and you have chaos. And not many people want that. So there's another reason. There are a few options for you. Okay, what is the time? It's 7 o'clock. My food and stuff is still great. I'm still doing okay. We want to go talk to Urag and then maybe learn a book or two before we go to bed. Oh, he's upstairs. Okay. Oh. Whoa, what is happening? Hello? What is happening?
I like living here. I feel different somehow. More myself.
What is happening? That's very interesting. I have like...
Being an apprentice is great.
What is this? I don't know what that is. Oh well. Okay, we're just gonna say hi. Okay. Hello.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear?
So, I've been all around. Tolfdir is busy unearthing what we found in Saarthal, and I've been tasked to do research, and this is where I am. So, do you have anything about the thing we found in Saarthal?
I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway.
Wait, why? What happened? You don't have anything that can help?
I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering.
Oh, damn. Rebel mages.
One of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn.
Okay. Cool. Stolen books.
Until next time.
Okay, great. Very cool. Where are we going then? Oh, that's... Oh, wow. We're going all the way south. Oh, near Whiterun. Okay. Okay, I like this. I like this. We're going far away. We better prep, honestly. We better prep.
It's as rewarding as it is dangerous.
I agree.
You there.
Oh.
I have questions for you.
Dulugash freezes.
You were in Saarthal, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there.
Yes.
He's just gonna...
Maybe.
I know full well that you have. Please do not insult my intelligence. Tolfdir is still there now, is he? I shall expect a full report when he returns.
Why do you care about this?
Something was discovered in Saarthal that was significant enough that Tolfdir sent a new member of the college alone to deliver word. That sounds precisely like the sort of thing that should matter to everyone, especially me. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
The college looks so pretty. I almost can't believe it.
Alright. Okay. Alright, just relax.
Yeah, he's a bit stressed. You're right. They usually stick around powerful people in the stories. Exactly. The mages who really have any kind of pull are the ones who can pull strings in the shadows. They're the ones who really understand they have power, but they're going to use it in sneaky ways to ensure that they stay on top without attracting too much attention. Okay, and with that, I think I'm going to go outside and learn... Oh, I can't go outside. I'm going to freeze to death. It's cold. I think what I will do is go here, and I'll learn some magic. We have some spells. We have some spell tomes to learn. Let's go with Thundercrack. That's a pretty cool one. How long will this take? 5 hours? Okay, so 5 hours to learn the spell. It's now 8. It's 9 o'clock. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. It's going to be 2 hours when I finish this, which seems fine, honestly. Let's study it. And when we go to bed, this will be the last thing we do today. Hey, I have learned Thundercrack. Let's go check it out. Hold on. Hell yeah. Deafening close range blast. That deals 47 points of shock damage to health and half that to magicka. Oh, we got a game crash? Yeah, we got a game crash. Oh no. Sometimes it happens, people. Sometimes it happens. I think I'm going to check when we last saved, which might have been an autosave. Yeah, it was definitely an autosave. Praise Skyrim's autosaves, to be quite honest with you. This might have been one of those just random crashes that happen. Like, it doesn't necessarily It isn't necessarily like an actual like game-breaking crash, but you know, crash debugging is one of the main things that you have to do as a person who mods Skyrim. Oh, goodness. I am literally just logging on to check that that's what we did. You know what? No. I think, oh, the game started anyway. I was going to say no, let's end the stream, but I think, I'll just start it up. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Come on, Skyrim. Load yourself, please. Please, 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 please. It might autosave before I studied the book, too, which is literally just I've lost like 5 seconds of game time. But I really don't know. It could be anything. Look at those textures, man. It's so cool. I love mods so much. Come on, give me a good save. Tell me you saved nicely. Please, game. I don't want to be in the Midden. I don't want to have to do all of that again. We just did so much. Oh, maybe. We're in the Midden. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Are you telling me we did not save before that? Are you telling me there was no other save? Right. So I'm going to do this offline because there's no ways I'm doing all of that again. So all of that is the headcanon. We're going to do that in a second. We're going to run around and do all that stuff. But yeah, Jesus Christ, there was no autosave? What do you mean? Oh, God. It's fine. It's fine. This is the life of a modder. We do this, right? This is just what happens. Well, I guess rip my free time tomorrow while I try and get back to where I was. It'll be fine. It was like 20 minutes. It's okay. I've lost hours of progress before, so this is not the worst that it's been. Oh, goodness. All right, we'll end the stream there. Thank you, everyone, for attending. This was wonderful. As always, it's been great to have you here. Lol, it's been so nice talking to you, lol7505. Thanks for being here. I hope you'll be here next time. We don't always play Skyrim. I leave things up to votes for the chat. So people who are here get to vote for what we do. I will be here again in about 48 hours from now. Thursday, same time. You can come by and see me here. I don't really know much about you. I don't know where you're from or what you do or how old you are, but I would love to get to know you more. If you would like to, if you want to, you know, make new friends online and find a community of really cool people, we do have a Discord and it is really cool. We just every now and then just chilled people having fun. So if you had fun today and you want to join, check that out, just feel free. If not, you're more than welcome to tune in for the next stream on Thursday. I'll look forward to seeing you there. And for you and everyone else, thank you so much for being here and for joining me. I will be live again in 48 hours. So in the meantime, wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a wonderful day further. And please remember to stay hydrated and to be kinder to yourself than you're currently being. And don't forget to pay attention to what's going on in Palestine because it is very important. And I will see you all in the next stream when we do it all over again. Take care.